happy hour, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m., and Friday, noon to 5 p.m.
And the number one reason.
The $50,000 giveaway. 16 table gamers get $2,500 in promo chips, 6 to 9 p.m., and one winner gets 10 grand cash at 10 p.m., the 29th.
Morongo, good times.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Feels good, don't it? 9 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday. Let's do the Travis and DeMarco show. You ready, DeMarco?
Absolutely.
Feel it, baby.
Ah!
Are we not set up, Parker? Are we doing this again when we're not set up? Didn't I yell about this once upon a time? Man.
That's guts, though. You did wait.
He waited till I already had started my whole spiel.
Wow.
He was on the Blue Review. The Blue Review.
How was that today? Was it thrilling?
It was amazing.
Oh, I'm sure it was. The Travis and DeMarco show begins now. Hello to producer Emily. Good morning. And good morning, producer Jorge.
Hey, buenos dias.
And Parker Bell, obviously solo, as he said, on the social media team. DeMarco, welcome back.
What's up, man?
I love how you took the graduation vacation and extended it an extra week.
Bro, I got so sick.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know what you mean about almost dying. I felt bad.
Don't try to compare what
I'm
you
not
had.
taking your bit. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. It just felt bad.
I was on a ventilator for 3 days.
I was close.
No, you
was
weren't.
close. Happy to be back. Good to see you guys. Yes.
Good to see you, Travis.
Yes.
By the way,
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Congrats, Chris. I saw your post this morning.
Yes, thank you. And I'm sure we'll get into it, but very good news from the head cardiologist yesterday. They say my heart is functioning normally.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah.
All right. Now you can't turn back.
No.
No bad habits.
No, because it can slip back
There
very
you go.
quickly.
There you
I
go.
was talking with Susan last night
Susan!
and shared your good news with her.
Did she? She didn't. She could have texted me or like slid in my DMs.
Yeah, she's good. But Susan's a cardiac nurse,
That is right.
and she's an ICU cardiac nurse.
I've had a few of those.
And I told her your numbers,
Right.
and she said you are a miracle.
Really? Wow.
I want that cut up. Susan Rodgers says I'm a miracle.
What'd she say?
A medical miracle.
What'd she say? Like
the number that he went into the hospital with, 16 was it, Chris?
16 was my heart ejection fraction rate.
That he didn't. That was the end of the line.
that could have been it.
So that's what caused the stroke and seizures being that low.
Okay, 16
and
high.
that he was never put on ECMO dialysis, which was where basically they put you on an external pump for your heart. Your heart stops working, and they just have a machine that does it for you over here, which is you don't want to be on that machine. That's bad news. To back to where he is now at 65 is a miracle.
Look at you. Wow. Look at
As
you.
Mike and the Mechanics once said, all I need is a miracle.
All I need is you.
Miracle.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. That's
she
dope.
looks at those numbers all day, every day,
Wow.
and said that is a miracle.
What
thank
will
you for telling me
do?
that.
Yes.
What will you do with the new lease on life?
Find
Come
out
on.
this fall.
What's the message?
Find out this fall. That's what we're going
My
to do.
man. Yes, sir. That's awesome. Wow. Was she shocked?
Yeah.
Shocked because...
Well, she's also seen me firsthand do
That's
some
what I mean.
damage.
She's familiar with
Shocked
Chris.
because
She's
of a
known
human
Chris a
being
long
did
time.
this or because he did it?
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay. All right.
It's funny because I was going through some old pictures from 2020 looking for something, and I stumbled across the picture I sent you that night from my backyard with the cigar and the giant bottle of Miller High Life.
It's the picture I have of you on my phone.
And it went through my mind what his son, a young Michael Rodgers, said at the time.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, a cigar and a beer? And, of course, at the time, I was like, what's the kid talking about? This is what I do every day. And now, looking back, we now know why.
Michael was maybe 12 or 13 at the time.
He said cigar and a
he
beer?
goes, Dad, a cigar and a beer?
Oh, my God, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael was right. In the long run, he was right.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you didn't think so back then.
No.
That's kind of normal after golf. That's your show.
Look how
my
young
God.
I look.
Yeah.
Well, it just went off. Hold on.
What's his passcode?
I have no idea.
Oh, you can't just
We
look
haven't
at it?
got that far yet.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, Chris, good Lord. That's your shot?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that guy's going.
No, I should probably put your phone numbers on there. Do you care?
No, I don't care. I actually really don't care.
I mean, Parker's by himself back there, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Text me. Why not? Send me a picture.
Oh, no.
So, what's going on in sports since the NBA Finals are done?
Nothing.
I'm trying to figure it out, man. I'm trying to figure out, is basketball hurting people?
How is it hurting people?
Because the calf strain and Halliburton, he snapped his Achilles. Now we need to change the sport.
It's
It always happens.
It's
something-
3 this postseason, and it's been consistently at least one person every postseason.
But it always happens regardless of sport. Something happens in like a rash, 2 or 3 in a row, and now, it's too dangerous.
So
we
look
gotta
at a
change
picture
everything.
of Michael Jordan and look at a picture of young Kobe and tell me that players still look like that. They don't. LeBron James is massive for the position he's playing and how fast he's running. This is just biology and physics. If you're that big on a frame, the human body...
Is Halliburton that big?
He's not that big, but the point is...
Tatum's not that big.
But how's he training? Is he training much more intensely on those
I don't
muscles
know.
than they used to?
I have no idea.
Magic Johnson didn't look like he spent every day in the gym all day long.
Or it could be just, I don't know, 4 or 5 guys that are doing it wrong in training. I don't know.
But it's more than 4 or 5. And I think that two things can be true at the same time. And what's happening is the same thing that's happening with elbows in Major League Baseball, which is it's not just by the time you get to the major leagues and they're asking you to throw 100 and spin at an RPM of this and max effort and et cetera, et cetera. That's part of it for sure. But I think it's a lot what Chris said, which is you're stacking muscle and you're able to be more explosive, more powerful. Just with training techniques, we know more, nutrition, sleep, all of these other things. The human body is getting more and more powerful. And we're playing more.
Yeah.
And it goes back to not just, hey, we're playing 82 regular season games, and in the case of the Pacers and the Thunder, you're playing another 20-some-odd playoff games, but you're playing AAU basketball from the time you're 8 years old. You play basketball year-round. You're playing in tournaments where you play 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday. You're playing nonstop. I'll speak for my own experience. When I was playing baseball, you would play baseball during baseball season, and then you go play basketball, and then you go play flag football. Maybe if you're a soccer
swimming,
kid,
you'd ride a horse.
So there were periods of time where you didn't do anything.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And now,
eat and get
from
fat.
my kids, and my kids were good athletes, but they weren't special athletes. They were normal kids. And my daughter was a volleyball player, and she would play a volleyball tournament, not every weekend, but frequently, where you'd play multiple games in a day, then you'd have your season, and it never stopped. Baseball was a tournament every other weekend. It never stopped. From the time you're 8 years old, so you go from 8 to 10 to junior high to high school to college to junior college. By the time you get to the pros,
you're playing nonstop.
You've played more baseball than a guy like, in the 80s, the Oral Hershiser got to the major leagues.
But that's why I get the arms thing.
Yeah.
But not basketball.
Why not?
You're
What's
running.
the difference? What's the difference?
Because there should be more than. Like the arms, the guys that get hurt in baseball, it's almost like you're going to get hurt.
Yep.
Basketball, it's not, though. We're still shocked by this.
We got 3 this year in the playoffs alone.
Okay.
You go back a little bit before that, you had Klay Thompson. You go back a little bit before that, you had Kevin Durant. You go back a little bit before that, you had Kobe Bryant. These are not just a couple of guys here and there. There's a lot of guys that are going down with this.
I want to get into it, and you got to tell me
At least
what
8
they're
have
doing.
happened this season.
So that's a lot.
This is a new thing. Okay.
I don't know if it's
interesting.
new.
But it's more. This is not the only running and jumping sport there is. And this is the only place it's happening? That doesn't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying. Something else is going on.
It could be the courts, the shoes.
Why isn't it happening more in football or soccer or any other sport that has running and jumping in it?
Soccer is an interesting one, and we'll talk about women's soccer specifically. Like an ACL injury in women's soccer is kind of like an elbow injury in baseball. They all have them. They all go down.
Yeah.
They all have to deal with them. And we could talk about the field. You could talk about the shoes. You could talk about the structure of the knee. But this is way more than it's ever been. Now,
no doubt.
Exactly the underlying cause?
Well, calf strain is now a curse word. It is.
Well, it's
When you hear
it's a
calf strain, you back
precursor
away.
to an Achilles injury, which, by the way, Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers last year. Why didn't he play right away?
Right.
Why wasn't he playing when they traded him?
Calf
strain.
Okay.
Michael Thompson last week said in here, I wouldn't play Halliburton because of this.
Yeah, that's a different
And I
conversation.
know you and John brought it up yesterday because John said, it's the NBA Finals. You have to play.
I would have played too.
But the minute it happened, I thought about Michael.
Well,
Because
look,
Michael said it.
Turns out Michael was right about the injury. Turns out that's what happened. But if you're Tyrese Halliburton and you're on a team like the Indiana Pacers, you're not on the Oklahoma City Thunder, you're not even on like the Lakers or the Celtics, who just have an inherent built-in advantage to get back to the finals more frequently than some of these other teams. If you're in Indiana, when was the last time the Pacers were in the finals prior to this? Reggie Miller was on the team.
Take the shot.
Watching Reggie sad the other day was so fun.
It was a long
so
time ago.
good.
Yeah.
So it's like, this may be my one shot to do this. I got to go do it.
Why do you hate Reggie?
Because I'm a Jordan guy.
But what does Reggie have
Because
to do
Reggie
with that?
loves to appear in Bulls documentaries. And I don't think a lot of Pacers documentaries were made other than the Malice at the Palace.
Yeah.
He loves to appear in them and talk about the one game he won in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1998. He made a game-winning shot, and it's like...
If he didn't play there, you'd love Reggie.
You know what the other
If he
one?
didn't play in
that
Indiana,
Reggie
you'd
got
love
a
Game
little
5
unlucky.
of the Eastern Conference Finals. That's all he talks about. He made a game-winning shot. Well, they won in Game 6, and that was it.
You know where else Reggie got unlucky?
His sister?
Well, she was
Yeah, she's
better
pretty
than
good.
him.
She's a pretty good player.
What?
The Malice at the Palace. They were the best team in the league that year.
No, they would have probably won the NBA Finals.
They were the best team in the league that
Much like
year.
the 1994 Dodgers would have probably won the World Series had it not been for the strike.
The best team in the league.
They were very good.
The Malice in the Palace happens. The entire Pacers team gets suspended, basically. Their second best guy in our test gets shut down, and it blew a hole in the side of their chances.
What has Reggie Miller personally done to you?
I don't hate Reggie
I mean,
Miller.
not like on a personal. I mean, to your sports team.
Nothing
to
me.
your sports
he
team.
competed against the Bulls at the time, and I hated him. And then
that's what I'm saying. Reggie's done nothing to get this scored.
Then I became very much a Lakers fan when Phil was here and Kobe and Shaq.
Okay.
Then he played them in the finals. So,
but ranking all the Lakers
But
foes,
DeMarco, our fans don't have personal relationships with people. They hate people because that's what you do.
But Reggie in a sports world hasn't done anything to you.
Why do people
He's
give
done
Jorge
it to the Knicks.
Why does Jorge get a hard time for being a Niners fan? Because we hate the Niners as Rams fans.
No, but their team is doing it to our team. Reggie's never personally hurt me at all, ever. He's hurt the Knicks. It made me laugh.
It was pretty funny.
Not my team, right? It was funny, but not my team.
And
right?
again, I have never personally interacted with him. I think he's been at an event. It doesn't matter.
Nice guy. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad.
Yeah.
The other thing he's annoying about on the broadcast, he loves to talk about what a great 3-point shooter he was.
But he was.
Yeah, he was. But that was at the time when
Don't you talk about your golf game when you hit a birdie?
Not really. No, I'm not paid to play
true?
golf.
No.
That's true.
He didn't talk about it.
Not really.
You don't talk about it either.
Because we're not paid to do it.
If even the pro golfers don't talk about their stuff, why don't you guys talk? I mean, that's the whole point of it, I guess. If I can hit 3-pointers like that, you're going to hear it. Yeah.
Stick recovered in the next episode.
Yeah. I think
recovered.
it was a low point with 0 and the last one, but then now they're becoming much more redeemable.
Like a family almost.
Yeah,
Did you watch it yet? Stick.
No.
What's wrong with you?
I've got other things on my plate.
He did see a whole new movie.
I did.
Wow, what movie was that?
Life of Chuck.
Oh.
See? That's what I said.
It was good.
You know what, Rabbit Hole? That's an old feature. Yeah. Remember what Rabbit Hole? Stephanie and I went down on the weekend, and I think it was because we were at Pacific Palms, and they had cable, which is great.
Old school.
And Ocean's 8 was on.
Like the Sinatra one?
No.
The all-women one.
With Sandra Bullock and stuff. And I had not seen that, and I was
had
like,
the pleasure.
Where is this in the timeline? Because I was a big Ocean's 11 guy.
Yeah.
It's post.
Right. So that made us then go down the Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13 rabbit hole.
Okay. Where they keep adding people.
Right.
Yeah.
This is so convenient. I watched Ocean's 11 for the first time this weekend.
The one with George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, the very, very first one.
I want to hear your thoughts next. Why don't we tease that?
Ocean's 11?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? We're doing our draft today, too. Are we not, Chris?
Are you ready to draft?
Let's draft.
Have you yet added me to your email so you can see my emails?
I did. I got your draft right here. His name is Paul Revit. I'm sorry. Went right into that. My bad. My bad. Sorry.
You're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. Bad guy. So you still don't get my emails?
I do get your emails. Will you go to break? Why are you giving me the stink
No, you
one
need
eye?
to figure that out.
The Manson lamps.
Okay?
I will
If
figure
you want
that
to
out.
play a bigger part in me not torturing you, you have to get my emails.
Why is he coming to me?
I
What
shouldn't
did
have
do?
to text you, hey,
I
sent
was
you an
on the
email.
mic.
You were on the mic.
Thank
you know
you.
who, by the way, got yelled at last week?
Was I on the mic?
Andy Kamenetsky, the night we did an extra show for the Lakers breaking
For what?
news. Because he wasn't on the mic, and I yelled at him.
Oh, what was
I
he
was
doing?
running the board that night.
Was he
I was
back
like,
here?
who are you, DeMarco?
Oh, jeez. Come on. There, I'm
Go
on
ahead.
the mic.
You do want to tune in today at 11:30 for our first annual listener game draft for All-Star Friday Night, presented by the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand. It is my team, Team Trav, against his team, Team DeMarco. That's at 11:30 today. When accidents happen, we step up to the plate. The Law Office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. Ocean's 11 coming up next.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sports CVT for just $279 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. VIN S3723202. MSRP $32,189. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Hey, it's Mace. In tough times, a lot of people find themselves owing money to the IRS. It can really weigh you down, and you're confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, they don't help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process, plus they're experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. Easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, don't lose hope. Tax relief advocates could reduce or even eliminate your debt. End your tax nightmare today. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Again, 800-575-1482.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit Crypto.com Arena/tours for more info.
All power, zero compromise. Eagle cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit EgoPowerPlus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's EgoPowerPlus.com.
The Peace Lily is so last year. Hey, has anyone worked with fiddlenecks?
Shelby's popular flower shop is in full bloom.
We just got a request for an arrangement that evokes air. Who's up for that challenge? No?
She needs to hire a floral designer to nip foliage faux pas in the bud.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, when you hear that music, you know it's Ocean's 11, Jack. 9:17 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. The big CY morning man, Quentin Yates, is in studio with us, too.
What's
Do
up,
you like
heroes?
Ocean's 11?
I do like Ocean's 11. I don't know that I am deep into the universe. Like, I think I've seen 12. I haven't seen the one with all the ladies. And is there another one?
Yeah,
as
there's
well?
13.
There's 13. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
No, alas.
I mean, 13's okay.
Ever since Bernie Mac
Pacino,
passed, my interest in Ocean's 11 waned.
I understand.
Great. Bernie Mac.
Still Don
the
Cheadle.
great- I ain't scared of you.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac.
I ain't scared of you.
Right.
Don't
You know,
say it. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking
You
about.
don't
Yeah.
understand. I ain't scared of you.
Hit me. No, anyway, Bernie Mac was the best.
Bernie Mac was the best character in the not the original, 'cause
but-
that's the Sinatra one,
Sure.
the Clooney one.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
the original.
I am a
Clooney one.
Basher fan. I'm a Basher fan. Yeah.
So
What's Basher?
Basher is
Cheadle.
Don
That's
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. I'm a Basher
Okay,
fan.
so let's talk about that for
Yeah.
a second. When we know Don Cheadle, we've seen Don Cheadle in a million things. When Don Cheadle is using that accent, it's so
I can
over
be
the
forgiven.
top.
Yes.
It's like, come on, man.
I'm
Isn't that
forgetting
how
him.
he got into the movie? Isn't
Yeah,
that
I
the
feel-
story though? That like
Yeah.
he's uncredited in the first movie.
Is he?
I think that's there's some weird story because that's also the movie that Steve Harvey tried to steal from Bernie Mac. That's a whole other
yes.
discussion.
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Yeah,
Would have
but-
been a very different movie.
correct.
Oh, yes.
Well, Bernie Mac's the best guy in the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so
And
I
they were
think
buddies.
Cheadle. There's some weird story about how I don't think Cheadle was going to be in that movie unless he did that accent because it was so ridiculous.
It
That was the entire
completely
point.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
How did
like
you
the-
stumble into it, Em?
Yeah, so Emily saw Ocean's 11 for the first time over the weekend. That's why we're here.
Wow.
I don't even know why, but I was like just in the I was looking up something else. I think I was in a Brad Pitt mood. I had watched something else with Brad Pitt in
F1?
it. Oh, Moneyball. I'd watched Moneyball.
right.
And
Which
also
is brilliant.
F1's coming out this week. I'm going to see F1. And so let me just see this
So
Ocean's 11.
I'm going to ask you a question. What about Brad Pitt is similar in Moneyball and Ocean's 11? Did you pick up on it? Let Emily answer, Travis.
I don't know. What's similar?
Go ahead, Travis.
He's eating.
He's eating or doing something.
Oh, okay.
So he's also dipping in Moneyball.
Yeah.
He dips, but he's also eating. And the hair, yeah.
Isn't that something in his contract that he always eats in movies?
I think so, but there's some movies he doesn't, but the Ocean's ones and Moneyball.
Like he's eating
I don't
in Fight
think
Club.
there's a single scene where he isn't eating.
Ocean's 11 for sure he's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's eating while they have the SWAT. Oh, spoiler! Where they have the SWAT outfits on. I don't think he's
Well,
eating.
yeah,
there.
he could do that.
Ocean's 11 also a great Vegas movie in general.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I'd
what I'm
agree.
saying? Like,
I think maybe one of the best Vegas movies. I think it's a general heist movie. The thing is, I've only seen Ocean's 8.
Okay.
And I absolutely loved Ocean's 8. I will watch that movie over and over again, but it's the exact same movie that Ocean's 11 is. Except for it's at the Met Gala instead of at the Vegas. But, formulaic-ish.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Julia
one line you said?
Roberts. I'm not really a big Julia Roberts head.
Okay, that's
You're
a good
pro
point.
heist movie too.
That's a
I'm
good
pro
point.
heist movie.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts is not a
Remember
negative.
that part when she came down the stairs and he's standing there with Matt Damon?
I do.
And they're both captivated. Matt Damon,
Yep.
Brad Pitt are both captivated.
She's captivating.
She is captivating.
In that scene?
No,
Yeah.
I just think in general
Yeah.
she's got the
Yes.
the girl next door.
Okay.
Slash
I think
beautiful.
she's of her
Good
time,
enough.
though.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Which I think
I'm
the
right
80s,
there. That's all I need to know.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I think the 80s and 90s were much more girl next door. Is where
Even
the
when she
I
walks, even
didn't
when
live
she
next to
walks by-
girls like
No.
that.
And it's okay. We got two different shows going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's fine.
No.
But
You're
yeah, no.
having a sidebar for sure
Yeah.
about Julia Roberts.
Well, no, we all know that's Travis's type.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
no, absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Girl
She's
next
not
door
wrong.
ish. Redhead is a plus.
Yeah.
There could be differences, and then Jennifer Connelly's on her own playing.
She's
okay.
one of one.
Yeah,
She's
Jennifer
like an Ohtani
Connelly,
autographed
yeah.
rookie.
But let me tell you,
Shouts
my double feature that on Sunday, actually triple
Okay.
feature because I saw a movie that evening.
Okay.
Was Days of Thunder.
Okay.
Into Ocean's 11.
Okay.
And then I ended the day with 28 Years Later. So that was quite the difference
Wow.
of triple threat.
Is it 28 years later?
Yeah, that's the new
a
one.
different movie than the other
That
two.
first one scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But, we'll
Is
have
the
to s-
music.
The first one scared the
The
hell out of me.
music in that first one was like put you on edge.
Hadn't been
like,
back since.
Oh my!
By the way, a
goodness.
movie that I know you appreciate, 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Yes,
is
I
a
can. Yes, I
great
can.
Vegas movie. That is
I don't
a
know that one.
Really?
You don't
Bro.
know? Howie Long's in it.
I
Come
know
on.
Howie Long's in that.
Howie Long
I
plays
know
the pilot.
that's
of it.
right.
I never
Yes,
saw
come
it.
on.
Well, you know what it is. I mean,
I don't.
Travis.
Okay.
It is one of. I will
Costner.
read. Okay, here it goes.
Russell
a gang of
Crowe.
ex-cons rob a casino during Elvis convention week. A gang of ex-cons dressed as Elvis rob a casino during convention weeks.
Yeah.
There are missile launchers and AK-47s on the floor with the machines
Listen to him.
and wigs, and it's amazing.
It's the
you have to see
You had
this
me
movie.
at Wigs and Howie
It
Long.
is
so much fun.
unbelievably
Yes.
good.
And
I love that movie. Top 3 Vegas movies of my life. Anyway.
this all also comes because the New York Times is putting out the 100 best movies of the century.
Okay.
And Ocean's
Gun
11 is at 71
oh wow.
of the best
That's
movies of
low.
the century.
Okay. That's low.
And they've only released 10 through 70.
Who? I'm sorry, Em. Who's doing the list?
New York Times.
Okay.
They've done the 100 through 70, and I've probably seen 85% of the ones from 10 through 70.
Okay.
Wow.
There's only a couple that I haven't seen. There's like Agnes Farr.
How
Sorry,
much
I
of
haven't-
them are like art house stuff, and how much are like commercial movies?
About 50-50. So let me list some of the ones that you guys would know that are in these 10 through 70s.
Okay.
So 100 was Superbad.
Sure.
Yeah.
96 was Black Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
94 was Minority Report.
Yeah, I liked it.
92 was Gladiator.
Oh, come on.
That's a little low.
85 was Anchorman.
Wow.
And then we got Ocean's 11 at 71. But then it's in Ratatouille is 73.
Like Ratatouille.
So it's kind of like a mix of
This is weird.
highbrow
We got
and then
Anchorman.
medium brow.
Yeah.
Well, you
Over
have been,
Gladiator.
Right.
Travis has been known to be a rat here.
Okay.
Gladiator is
100
too
movies-
long.
100
Gladiator
movies
is
with a
way
ranking
too
is
long.
tough.
It is long.
What's too long?
Gladiator.
It's a long movie.
We got
2.5
Anchorman
hours
over
too long.
Gladiator. Yeah,
That's fine.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm okay with that.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Who's the wife in Gladiator as well?
I know who you're
Connie
talking
Nielsen.
about.
Familiar
No,
with
no,
her
no.
work. It's not her.
her name. No, I know.
But
It's
you
on
can
the
see her.
Connie Bellucci. Monica Bellucci.
She's in your.
Monica Bellucci.
She's in your pitching staff type of
That's not
situation.
her.
Yeah.
In Gladiator?
Is
That's
it
not
not?
her. It
It's
looks
not
like
her.
It's not
Someone
her.
already said it.
But I got your type though.
Connie Nielsen or
That's
whatever?
she's the princess. Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
no.
yeah.
Anyway,
How was
There we go.
Omaha?
Omaha was good. Omaha was well. I'm back from Omaha. It ended poorly. Travis and I were talking about this yesterday. A couple of bad calls that really tainted the tournament. I talked with Ryan McGee on Clinton and Friends this morning about that. ding. And, it just kind of ruined the tournament. UCLA did not completely crash out. They did not do as poorly as Arizona did. I was talking to Cates about that before. I was like, bro, two in a cube, which is 2 and a barbecue. You don't know what that means. But yeah.
Again.
We're back. We're back. I'm also going to I'm going to something at Intuit Dome today. A sports PR conference, so that should be exciting.
That's very exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to represent the station. So
nice.
Sports and PR.
Gianna Facio
is
the actress that
Not
played
in it very
Maximus's
long,
wife.
but I get
no,
you.
only
Not
in the
long.
dream sequences.
I get you.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Similar vein and look.
If I'm Maximus, I'm trying to get home too.
Sure, he had an
I
olive.
understand.
He
I
had
will wipe out an army for you. Let me just get
He
home.
had a grove of olive trees.
There you go.
That
right.
looks- that looks
and a bunch of horses.
10 to those.
Yes.
Right.
Back to Ocean's 11.
Sure.
Also,
Yes.
I love a baby Matt Damon. I love Talented Mr. Ripley, Ocean's 11, like baby Matt Damon. What's the other one? The Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Well,
Not a star.
Apples.
so these are ranked. They're not just listed.
Interesting.
Yes, it's
Okay.
ranked 100 through 60 has been released.
What would be number one?
Top 100 ranked.
What do you think number one is
The
going to
last
Of this century?
be? Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's tough. Yeah.
With that list, the way it's starting, what
Emily
do you
would
think?
be far more informed.
what do you
if the
think
guesses
we
as
end
well.
with?
what
And
Evan's
it's
here for.
really hard because it's hard to pinpoint what this author thinks is the number one overall. And it's definitely not going to be something that won Best Picture because I feel like the Best Picture, maybe Social Network.
The Last
We're
Dragon.
Might be number one.
We're
Yeah.
including the year 2000, or are we doing that weird millennium thing where the millennium doesn't start until 01 or whatever?
It's 2000 to
Okay,
2025.
all right. I hate that bit,
I
by
think
the way.
because Oppenheimer's in
Where
the
you hate
60s.
math?
Well, okay.
Where is
I hate
Sirianna?
calendar math. All right. Calendar math
Is
makes no sense.
Sirianna on that list?
It might be on it, but not yet. They've revealed 10 through 60. Or sorry, 100 through 60.
Okay, so Sirianna might be on there.
I
Sirianna
think
should be on there.
My bet for number one overall would be The Social Network. Or Fincher. Somewhere in there.
Never seen The Social Network.
Neither have I.
Didn't care to.
I saw
You
it.
haven't
No,
seen The
it was
Social
good.
Network?
It was
That's
good.
actually
Good.
shocking to me that you haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
We're trying to actually say something.
Moneyball will have to be
Yeah.
in there somewhere.
It'll be probably in the 40s.
Art House favorite movie.
yeah.
Greatest li- what
I
did-
told
what did
you about
say?
that.
There's
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
50 feet of crap, and then there's them, or whatever that is.
That's
a great
how
line.
that's how
Yeah.
I felt when we lost Sliwa.
All right. You know what? It's time for me to go.
That's him trying to grab the wheel. There we go. Good to see you,
was-
man.
that was
hey,
too
did
easy.
you see The Last Dragon?
Have I seen The Last
I'm
Dragon?
just asking, have you seen The
One
Last Dragon?
answer. Show enough.
Thank you. That would be my number one movie of all
You're a
time.
Last Dragon
Have you
guy?
seen The Last Dragon?
No.
No? Oh, my God. So
Is that the
funny.
one that's doing the Burger King spots?
I'm not sure. Doing the Burger King spots?
Isn't that this movie?
No, that's How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that's How to Train Your
Yeah,
Dragon.
not
okay.
The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon.
Jorge came out with a private movie
Yeah.
that was How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes. Not sure you can put that movie out now. Kind of like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, we did it.
Not
Oh,
sure
yeah?
you can put that movie out now.
Which one?
The Last Dragon.
Oh.
It's a black dude doing Bruce Lee.
Oh.
And he's good. The movie's good. That's a Barry Gordy movie. It was awesome. It was great.
Who's
that would
the
be my
lead?
a guy named Tamak.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really
Wasn't
good.
that a whole genre, though, of like black people doing kung fu?
Yeah, blaxploitation era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kareem was in a Bruce Lee movie.
He fought Bruce Lee in Game of Death.
Yeah.
Was he nice in that?
Absolutely
odds
not.
are
He was
low.
mean. Yes. Yes.
Odds are low that Kareem, because that movie is from the 70s.
Yes.
Kareem was a little grumpy in
Yeah,
the
Bruce
he's
70s.
killed him with
grumpy.
honor, though. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Good stuff.
What do you got?
Sports?
I don't know. I'm asking you. It's Tuesday.
You want to talk Dodgers next?
I want to talk heart.
You want to talk what?
Hearts, you coming back from the brink.
we could do
Here
that.
you are. I want to hear your perspective.
Okay, we can do that.
A new lease.
All right. While Chris gets ready to do that,
Angels
you're going to want to
trivia?
listen to Sedano and Cap for your chance to win a pair of VIP tickets to the biggest pro wrestling convention. It is this Saturday, the 28th at Hilton LAX. Listen for your cue to call and be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN for 2 tickets with VIP access to LAX Fan Fest plus 1 autograph by Ahmad Jones. Listen to Sedano and Cap for your chance to win.
Ahmed
Or
Johnson.
Visit Ahmed Johnson. Thank you, DeMarco. Ahmed Johnson. I don't know if Ahmed Jones will be there, but Ahmed Johnson definitely will.
That's
and
his
he
cousin.
and he will give you 1 autograph. Or you can go to fanfestlax.com for tickets. It's all coming up. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, have you ever had to deal with chafing? Me too, back in the playing days or even right now on the morning walks. Will you stop it? Chafing is real. And look, I don't need a lesson on how to prevent it. You just need to know what to do about it if you're dealing with it now. That's why I keep Highland's Chafing Relief close to me at all times. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water. If you're already dealing with some chafing down there, trust me, you are not alone. Highland's Chafing Relief works and it works fast. gets you back to feeling good in no time. Running, riding, hiking, working outdoors, riding your motorcycle. You guys know what I'm talking about in this summer heat. Highlands has your back, your thighs, your arms, everything. You'll see what I mean when you try it. Chafing shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available today at Walmart and Target.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes, LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium one beverage drink. Like our zesty dragon fruit mango lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, responding to Jim's long emails, leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC starting at $749.99 at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
9:32 on a live imaging Tuesday. The Travis and DeMarco show. All I need is a miracle. And the great Susan Rodgers says, I am a miracle. Travis's wife.
How does that make you feel, man? Yeah. How does that make you feel? You're a miracle.
Sabak, let me finish taking my 10
You're
pills
special.
for the morning.
You're special. That's got to be, like, scary, isn't it? Like, this happened for a reason. What is it?
Well, it definitely happened for a reason, because
Yeah.
I doubt, as most who know me, and you all know me, and I think the listeners know my shtick well enough, I probably wasn't going to change unless this happened.
I think that's a fair bet.
It's got to be more than that, though, right?
Well, can I finish?
Well, I mean, people were suggesting,
if I did
hey,
that,
maybe
he'd be yelling at me.
You were in here. We did it together when we were like, you should go see a doctor. It's not your
Dude, we tried,
It's
didn't we?
not your hip. The reason you can't breathe is not because your hip is out of joint.
But here's the thing. Had I done that in September, that I probably wasn't in, like, massive failure. It would have been like, hey, we suggest this, and suggestions, I would have been like, yeah, screw that. I would have taken it to the extreme because that's just me.
What would you have had to have heard for you to get to the point where you would change your lifestyle without being with one foot in the grave? I don't know if there's anything anybody could have told you. I think you needed to experience it.
Yeah, so February, the difference was I had ballooned up to 325 pounds, mainly because of the edema. So that was water weight because my heart was failing, so it wasn't pumping fluid back out. So the pain of that, of like blowing up 5 pounds a day for a couple weeks, so mentally you started to freak out.
Oh, yeah.
Then the blood pressure was sky high, 225 over 175.
Jeez.
You know, again, coming to work was not an option. Even doing work at home, I was just always fatigued. And that was like, okay, we're obviously, and still I put it off. People were trying to tell me, like, you have to get to a hospital. And I was like, no, maybe it'll just calm down. And then finally it was like, okay, this is enough. So I think I had to be at that point. And then even in the amazing thing, and Travis's wife can attest to this, and we have plenty of people that are either nurses or married to nurses, dating nurses in our listenership. Everybody in the ER is so calm. So even when I walked in, these numbers that are startling, they're very calm. They're like, okay. And a couple people, like the first nurse I had at St. Joe's when I walked in, that night, because I had been in the triage area for so long, when they finally got me to a room, he's like, you hungry? And it was like 11:30 at night. And Stephanie's like, yeah, he should eat something. No meds other than IVs had been started. I think he knew deep down, like, this guy's screwed, and tomorrow his new life begins. But for one more night, he's like, how about a grilled cheese and fries? Or have it make it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I remember eating the fries, and Stephanie looking at me like, enjoy those fries, babe. Yeah. And I remember thinking, like, yeah, whatever. I even at that moment was like, okay, they're going to pump the fluid out of me. They'll give me some meds, whatever. The next morning, the cardiologist, Katie, comes by. And she was the first cardiologist I saw, probably definitely the first cardiologist I ever had in life, right? And the next morning she said, so I looked at everything, and it's really, really bad, but you can reverse it. And I'm thinking, yeah, how do I do that? And she's like, just never drink again and just follow everything we say, and you can reverse this. And she was early on we can reverse it. A lot of the other doctors I saw were more like, are you actually going to give up drinking? Or we see this a lot. But I have a set of doctors, a handful of them that I've seen during this process that are angels because they never gave up. They said, stay with obviously the medicine, walk every day, work out. For a while, now I can actually work out now that we have these results from the echocardiogram that show that my heart's functioning normally, the ejection fraction rate, because my heart was barely moving when I went in. And that's what ultimately caused the strokes.
Barely moving?
Barely pumping.
Wasn't moving the blood.
Oh,
so what happened was the clotting in the blood became because the heart wasn't pumping out.
Yeah.
So then clots developed, which went to my brain. That caused the 3 strokes, which then caused the 4 seizures. And the reason why because seizures normally, a lot of people have epilepsy and seizures in general as part of other things wrong, whether it's severe mental stuff, whatever. Seizures don't necessarily have to be deadly. They can be. The reason why they were deadly for me is because my heart was so weak that they were worried that my breathing capacity would collapse, my airway would collapse. And they had said when they put me on a ventilator that first weekend, there's a chance his brain could be fried.
Oof.
And that was the first Saturday. And then I came back. They brought me back on Tuesday from they induced a coma, and I was on a ventilator. I will say this, the most frightening thing, and I've talked about this before, is remembering 3 days of your life. And then as you slowly come back, you piece little things that I heard in the room because people are talking to me, and you start to piece back. Like I overheard my mother and Stephanie's mother talking, and in my brain I went, is this my funeral? Because those two have never met. So I overheard that.
Oh, man.
I overheard little things that now are slowly coming back to me. Everybody watched the Super Bowl with me, but I was in a coma.
So let me ask you something, because I'm sure you just experienced this, DeMarco, not long ago because you were under the weather. When you feel like crap.
Right.
And you have a fever, and maybe you're taking some medication, and you're trying to sleep, but you're not really asleep, and you're dreaming, but you're also kind of pulling some things in from the conscious world, and they all kind of come together. And then when you start to feel better, you're like, oh, that actually wasn't real. That's just something that my imagination, my subconscious conjured up, that this person was never in the room. Could you distinguish between those two things?
I couldn't, but people have confirmed, this was happening, we were with you, or whatever.
But as you came out of it, and as you became more coherent and aware, you're like, oh, yeah, that actually was happening.
So the Saturday of that first week, because you had seen me a few days before in the hospital, and it was like we were going to get
2 days
discharged,
before.
and then that didn't end up happening, thank God. They kept me in because this life vest thing I needed to wear was not ready yet. And that's what kept me an extra night. And then that Saturday morning, I woke up and immediately started seizing. They rushed me up to ICU. And then they induced a coma when I had more seizures. The ICU doc on hand was not very positive and was the one with that neurologist that were on staff that night saying, this isn't good. was my cardiologist, Katie, that said, no, we need to keep monitoring him. So what they did on Sunday and Monday was they were messing with the propofol. So they were kind of bringing me back a little bit and like touching my body and hitting me and I now kind of remember those and remember hearing Stephanie and my mom talk about like, we're putting lotion on your feet, honey. And they were just talking to me because everybody always says, talk to them.
Sure.
But they were messing with the propofol to see if there was natural sort of things. Then on the Monday, my cardiologist said, we need to get him off the machines because we want, apparently, and now I've learned this, your body and your big organs, your major organs, get very used to working on machines. So they didn't want my lungs. If I could breathe on my own, they wanted to get me breathing back and your lungs used to not being on a machine.
Wow.
So that's when they put me on Tuesday morning. They brought me back fully and woke me up. Now, here's the scary part. They woke me up about a minute too early because I could feel them pulling the tubes out.
Oh.
And gagging. And they were like pushing me back like, uh-oh, he's awake. We didn't.
Yeah.
I guess like 30 seconds they missed that. So I remember that sensation of pulling everything out. I couldn't talk for a few hours. And then the ICU nurse and this would be Susan in this case, flashing the light into my pupils and them saying like, okay, Christopher, you're back awake. And me thinking, am I just dead?
Right.
And them saying, so you had 3 strokes and 4 seizures. They are explaining it all to me. And I'm like, that's when it became.
Are you able to process any of this in real time?
I was just like, wow, that doesn't sound good. And wow. And I remember looking around the room and my dad saying, your Eagles won the Super Bowl yesterday. Because I had been an Eagles fan for a long time in the TO days. And I went, the Super Bowl? What? Like, what happened? I missed the Super Bowl? Because that was just like stunning to me.
So I don't know if you saw me counting on my fingers there for a second. It was 4 months ago. Because I was going
4
back
months.
Because the Super Bowl was basically 4 months ago, middle of Feb, and here we are towards the end of June. That's 4 months ago. From that
complete 180
to where you are now.
Yeah.
Modern medicine.
Pretty damn impressive.
I'm somebody who was always fought about going to doctors, always fought being on prescriptions. Now I have a regimen of going to CVS once a week to pick up my prescriptions.
Is there any one person you give credit to? Like any one?
So my mother had been talking about sobriety for a long time with me because she was an alcoholic and she got sober 16 years ago and now she runs the drug and alcohol center she went to. She had told me a long time ago, you're going to need help. And if you're not going to listen, one day you're going to have to listen. So she was big in that. Stephanie was there every night with me in the hospital. My uncle and my father, when I got out of the hospital, were big on my recovery. They walked with me. I put this in my post today on Instagram. Scott Kaplan has walked me, as he put it, like a dog quite a bit.
You. Oh, my God,
we walked quite a bit.
That's awesome.
Everybody here, all of you that supported me, people that came and visited me, Greg Bergman and Tommy, who held this place down, along with Emily and Laura and Lindsay, because one day I was here, and then one day it's like, okay, Chris isn't responding to texts. We got to kind of keep things moving. Sam Pines and Evan Cohen.
Like Chris is
good
sick.
karma.
Chris may not make it. Remember that? Yeah.
The doctors, I have amazing doctors and I saw one of them yesterday, my quote head cardiologist, that these people didn't give up. And unfortunately, there's a support group that I'm part of, an online heart failure support group, and you read the stories that people, this isn't, if you look up heart failure on Google right now, they say you have 3 to 5 years to live. And that's usually because it's older people, and people often say, hey, screw it. Why should I change my lifestyle? Like, I'm already 79 years old. I'm going to keep eating potato chips and smoking cigarettes, whatever. I looked at Google and I was like, well, I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to die in 3 years. And by the way, the death of heart failure is not fun.
No.
So I said, how could I change this? And everybody who's been very supportive. So I don't know if there's one person. There's a lot. I'm very blessed that there's a lot of people that have been very supportive.
You got something to do, my man.
And that's the other thing. I think the biggest person is God, because everybody said there must be a reason why you're back and healthy, because you've got something to do. And again, tune in this fall and we'll tell you. So thank you for that
Brilliant
opportunity.
tease, yes.
I think we should do a little sports.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
He said something about dating nurses.
I never dated. What?
No, he said
I said
dating
people,
nurses,
listeners
and you
in
said
on.
he married a nurse, so I'm looking at you.
What's the question?
Well, kind of the Julia Roberts question. Same,
He's married to a nurse.
That's why I'm asking, without
that's
asking.
That's my only real experience in a relationship, so it's only
Never
been
dated
her.
a
So
nurse.
I don't.
Very attractive people in scrubs is not a bad thing.
Okay.
They're typically, I'm generalizing here, very smart, and a very specific type of personality.
Okay, wink, wink.
And when
right?
they have their
Okay.
hair up and are wearing glasses, nothing wrong with that either.
Jorge?
I don't
Ever
know
dated
what
a nurse?
I wonder what Aaron Rodgers would look like in scrubs. He'd still be patronizing and annoying.
He is saying that this is likely his last stop. Quote,
Oh!
I'm pretty sure this
You
is
think?
it. He said this
So
on
he wants to
McAfee.
destroy a world-renowned organization on
Well,
the way out.
this
He
is
won't.
how he put it,
He
Chris.
won't.
It's been a long run, and I've enjoyed it. What better place to finish than the one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL?
Good. This is a great way for him to go out. Redeem yourself.
Oh,
Or
because that's
go
always
out.
what
Redeem
Aaron
yourself.
Rodgers is known as.
Just
the
go out
Redeemer.
there, play Steeler ball, take him as far as you can, redeem your reputation.
Or
before you go
drive it further into the
Oh,
mud.
No
yeah.
way.
Get Mike
One or the
Tomlin.
other.
We never thought Mike Tomlin
He
could be
will not
fired.
do that.
He's going to figure it out.
You're going to wind up loving him by the end of the year.
We're going to find out.
Will
The Far
Emily
Side,
end up loving
Captain
him?
America
Not a
style.
chance. Not a blanking chance. The Far Side is coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam.
Welcome to Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the industry's idea of a healthier tomorrow, where vapes are deemed safer. Never mind, they can contain cancer-causing arsenic and lead. And they're anti-aging, because you're more likely to die younger from a stroke. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the deadliest industry can rebrand itself as your friend.
All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the Far Side.
You're in the Far
Let's
Side.
go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Gosh dang it, Travis. I need help.
With?
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do for the Far Side.
What are the two general topic areas?
The all-decade team I've been holding on to for the Rams.
Are you on it?
No, it's
Oh.
the all-decade team. I was on
you won
one
a Super
all-decade
Bowl, I
team.
mean,
The decade the Rams have been back in LA.
This decade?
Yes, this
From
decade.
2016 to 2026.
Oh, okay.
And the other
Jared
one,
Goff. Oh, sorry.
And he's on there. And the other one, he's definitely on there. See, why is that funny?
Because Travis used to be like,
Let's
he's
do that
amazing,
one.
he's amazing. Then all of a sudden it was like, bye, Jared Goff. Hi, Matthew Stafford.
You are the perfect
upgraded.
person to be talking about this with because some of your takes are off the wall. So hold on.
What's column B?
The other one was the Kobe argument, and I keep telling you about this whole thing. Now they're taking shots at Kobe and his greatness. It seems like what they're saying is that you take shots and devalue Kobe to elevate LeBron. This is the whole argument I had with ring culture. But I know how much that bores you, though.
Well, the conversation about this guy or that guy, just there's no answer to it. It's like arguing whether you like strawberry or chocolate ice cream. You like one, I can like the other. Nobody's right or wrong.
Okay, did you grow up playing golf?
Yeah,
okay.
ish.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Playing golf is a rite of passage. Talking about rings and greatness is a rite of passage. You must have an argument.
Sure.
So what I'm hearing now, and it's always pro Jordan or Jordan versus LeBron or anything revolving around LeBron, and it gets annoying, especially with the younger group. And I pointed to DeAndre, right? Those guys that are 25 years old, all they know is LeBron. If you try to bring up Jordan, they poo-poo it, which makes you infuriated, right? Because it's Michael Jordan.
It's uninformed. Like, I don't get infuriated. I get dismissive.
I get infuriated.
If your thing is, well, we're done.
Right.
Like, we're done, but it doesn't make me mad.
I wish I
You're
could
showing
be done,
your ass.
but I can't be done. I'm in the barbershop thing, and we're not done, and I got to have an argument.
Yeah, I understand that. But for me, it's like, oh, you just showed your ass. I don't need to listen to you anymore.
Okay, but I got to return fire.
Yeah,
This is what we do.
Okay.
So, but it defies logic. And I blame Skip Bayless because now
Again,
people get
showed his ass, and I don't listen anymore.
But they get so dug in, and even if you hit them with facts, they don't hear you.
That's why it's silly to me.
So you've got a legion of people that only know LeBron. Okay, so now what's happening is we have reached. I don't think we can pile any more crap on that pile. Jordan versus LeBron.
I'm with you on that.
But what we've gone to is people are now starting to attack Kobe's legacy because of something LeBron said about ring culture and rings don't matter and all this type of stuff. So now he's never going to eclipse Kobe as far as championships.
Look, you're drawing me into this. That's not what he said.
See?
Now
I know how it feels.
That's not what he said.
That's what people took from it.
Well, then I don't care. I care what he actually said.
What did he actually say?
That it's not the only thing that matters. And there's a huge difference between those two things.
Fair. Okay.
There's a huge difference between those two
Now, this is where I jump to the other side and say, you're crazy. Kobe would never say that. How do you know? How do you know?
Rings don't matter?
He would never say what LeBron said about rings. Kobe would never say that. What? Shut up. Now you're speaking for him.
I don't think
See
Kobe
what I'm
would
saying?
say that.
Yeah. This is when I finish up so I can get the hell out of this barbershop. But while I'm in here, this is where I'm standing on. That's all. That's it. I mean, it's either that or the all-decade team. I think we just did the one.
I think you did the one.
We did the one. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you guys sit, by the way? Have you heard that? Anybody? No one?
Well, Travis and I argued about this. You guys made fun of me a few weeks ago when I said championships. I think we were talking about Reggie Miller.
Oh, were you really?
And I
Reggie
said,
Miller?
yeah. He never won anything. And it's like, well, no, he was still great. I'm not saying he wasn't great, but he never won a championship.
Never won a championship.
Those
That's
are two different conversations.
Right. Charles Barkley, I guarantee you, wishes he was like Kenny Smith. Is he a better all-around basketball player than Kenny Smith?
Ask
Of
you
course.
something. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Do you really think he'd trade careers with Kenny Smith? I don't.
I think he would.
Careers? Absolutely not.
No way.
But I'm sure he's envious of those rings.
He's envious of the rings.
Of course he's envious of the rings.
When he sits there with Shaq and Kenny, yeah.
But if you said to me, do you want to have Charles Barkley's career or Kenny Smith's career? I'm taking Barkley 100 times out of 100.
No doubt. Yes.
100 times out of 100. And I know he didn't win. And I that doesn't mean he's not great. It means he didn't win.
He didn't win.
But Kenny Smith was a great player, but Kenny Smith wasn't as good of a basketball player as Charles Barkley.
And Kenny Smith
but
won
he's got 2 rings.
Yeah,
but
I
he
know.
won, but 2 when Jordan wasn't.
This
playing.
is true,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing.
And if you ever want
hiatus.
if you ever really want to piss off people in Houston, and because I used
Well,
to do
here's-
it as a bit, you tell them that the only reason the Rockets won those 2 years was because Jordan wasn't there. They explode.
They go nuts
because they're like, who would have guarded Akeem? And I'm like, it doesn't matter because nobody was going to stop Jordan.
Yeah.
They get really upset.
That's a good point about Akeem, though. But that's the new thing with Caruso. Caruso has 2 now, and they brought up a list of Hall of Famers that he has more rings than. So here we go again with the conversation. What's more important? What really matters? Same thing you just said
They're
with Kenny.
different conversations, and people that want to conflate the two conversations, go ahead. I'm just not going to participate in it.
You just did.
If your argument is Alex Caruso is a Hall of Famer because he has rings and these other Hall of Famers don't, you're out of your damn mind.
Right, I know.
If your argument is Alex Caruso's important to winning championships, I'll listen. But if it's, well, I'm trying to think, who's a Charles Barkley? Let's use him. Alex Caruso is a better player than Charles Barkley because that's an asinine statement.
But who would make that statement?
You wouldn't believe it. I mean, it's just funny where these things go.
But
I'll
it's
just put
so goofy that it's like, yeah, okay,
but
dude.
to me, just the one thing is the ring is the thing.
So nobody thinks Eli Manning is a better quarterback than Dan Marino, but Eli Manning will be a first ballot Hall of Famer
Has a
because
couple of rings.
he has 2 rings.
No, that's what I'm saying. I told you sometimes when I see Warren Moon
Yeah, you told me
or
this.
Dan Marino, or guys that don't have rings, and I'm wearing mine, I put it in my pocket.
Why?
Because
they're going to get mad.
I think it's
joke?
disrespectful. They're
Well,
great
Warren Moon
players.
never got to the Super Bowl.
Now, if I see Eddie George, that's a different deal. Now, hold on. Some of those guys, Bruce Matthews.
You ever see one of these?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You were this close, Eddie. I'm just saying. Yes. Anyway,
I think it matters because if
it does.
If
the
we
ring's the
don't-
thing for me. Yeah.
If the rings, I mean, that's why you played the whole season.
Right.
It's like people that said they weren't going to watch the finals. You made it this long watching the entire playoffs. I understand they're two smaller market teams, but you're really not. And this was a big afternoon show thing. People that now you're not going to watch the finals. Funches was somebody we talked because he was like, "Oh no, I had to go to Olive Garden." We're like, "Wait a minute, you're the Lakers producer. You spent all this time, then the playoffs. Now you're going to decide after all these months of watching basketball,
unlimited breadsticks and salad."
Right. I mean, Olive Garden is a pretty great choice.
Let's not sleep on all of.
He did
all
watch
you
Game
can
7
eat.
though. He finally came back for
So
Game
it's the
7.
highest rated Game 7 in quite some time.
Well, it's
But,
yeah,
a lot of
but
drama.
let me take that back.
Did
I
you see
misspoke.
Pippen shade? Where he posted a
I
photo with
did
him with all
see
the rings, and
Pippen
he said
shade.
it was a
Yes.
great Game 7. I wouldn't know because I never played in
Yes,
Game 7.
I did see
I
that.
misspoke
Of the
a second
finals.
ago.
They
I
never
said
played
it was
in
the
Game
highest
7.
rated game. It was the highest rated finals game in quite some time.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
collectively, it was one of the lowest rated ever.
What was the thing about the beer?
Oh,
What was the thing about the beer?
You know, let's come back and talk about that a little bit because I think it's
wrong beer.
You and I. This could be a generational thing.
Okay.
It might be that. It may be just that these guys don't know what's up. But there were tubs and tubs of beer and champagne left over after the celebration in the locker room, which is not how it typically goes. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And we know you got a lot of choices in your legal team, right? But with Joseph S. Normand, family comes first. And I can speak to that because after my family, my son, and myself have been involved in accidents, Joe was our first call. Him and his winning team on my side makes everything feel better. You feel comfortable. You feel informed. You feel like you're not being taken advantage of. So if you've been hurt in an accident, if you've been hurt in an auto accident, injured in an accident, you know that the stress and the confusion that can come along with it, right? Joe is going to fight for your maximum compensation. He's going to work tirelessly to get you the compensation that you deserve, not what the insurance company is offering, what you actually deserve. So if you're hurt in an accident, call Joe, 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. You can also go online at normandlegal.com. You can talk about slip and falls, an accident. If you need a second opinion on a case that you're already doing, call Joe, 213-747-2000. And don't wait until after accident. Be prepared. Put that number in your phone right now, 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
That's Mason in Ireland.
Crazy. I was stupid and young and reckless. Stupid, young, and reckless. It's great
That
to be that
sounds
way
fun to me.
at some point, yeah.
Mason in Ireland. Weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's from the last
Makes
Dragon.
you want to move those hips, DeMarco.
Yes.
9:58 on a live imagery Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Coming up at 11:30 this morning, we will do our All-Star Friday Night Listener Draft. We've got the sheet in front of it. There's 36 names. It looks like Travis has already marked names he may draft.
I've made some notes.
It'll be Team Travis versus Team DeMarco on Friday, July 11th at the Let's Go Beat Sportsplex for All-Star Friday night. You ready with your team?
What's your number one choice?
Well, no, you got to tune in at 11:30.
I know. I'm just
Scumbag.
trying to get some insight there. What do you got? Where are you going? Let me see your list.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Come on.
It's a competition, DeMarco.
I just want to see.
Do we know who has the first pick
Do you
yet?
guys want to do a snake draft? Or
I
no?
think that's only fair.
It's a snake draft.
Yeah.
So we've got to figure out who's drafting first. Are we going to flip a coin?
Yeah.
Let's rock, scissors, paper.
You want to do it right now?
Right now.
Are we shooting on 3?
On 1, 2, go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go.
One,
1, 2.
two, three.
Me.
DeMarco gets first.
There you go.
Because he got scissors and you got paper.
Yep.
Why didn't you go rock? I will always go rock.
Thank you for telling me that.
I always go
Thank
rock.
you for telling me that. Yes, I love that.
Like a rock, as Bob Seger once said.
I like to wait till game time.
Yes.
I don't have a lot.
I like to call it at the line of scrimmage.
I don't have a lot of those days anymore.
A little bit psychology, football. See, the guy I'm going against, play rock, scissors, paper before the game. Get in his mind a little bit. See, and they all do it. Everybody does it. You think it's an act of kindness?
Everybody
No, I'm
does
getting
what?
in your head. Like I'm trying to play rock, scissors, paper with the dude I'm getting ready to go against.
Oh.
And then, it's fun. See, now I know where you're going. Now he thinks I know where he's going. Aha! See, it works.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What you mean,
Did you talk to your brother yesterday?
I did. I told you. You got the gift card, right?
I did.
Okay.
By the way, you gave me too much money.
Well, I owed you a couple bucks because it was late. So that's the vig.
I'm not Tony Soprano
That's the
over
vig.
here.
Well, I'm going to offer. You can throw it back if you want to.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
see?
no, I'm not going to give it back.
I watch
but-
mob movies. I know how this goes.
yeah.
I give you a little more.
Now I need to know what to do with the extra 20.
Well, get some golf tees or something.
And I got plenty of those.
That's what he said.
$20 to spend at at a golf store. What are you buying? Because I'm
$20.
going to get my dozen balls, and I got about 20 extra bucks.
I gave him 75, 50 for the balls. I owed him, so I gave him an extra $25.
I like to get something that I wouldn't normally buy, like something from the front of Roger Dunn where there's like the accoutrement, like the ball markers.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
The Sharpie set that you can mark your do a line on.
Sharpie
Not
set?
do a line, but
mark your ball.
Mark your ball.
Yeah.
You'll
Something
think of
like
me
that.
every time you do it. There you go. Right there. So, yes, he delivered this shirt.
Yeah.
And on the way out on the thing, I told you where we keep the keys.
Tell me, the thing where you keep the keys.
Where I keep the keys.
Yeah.
So there's the golf balls with a Post-it that says Travis. Now, mind you, we have been talking about this whole thing with him for a while.
Well, Ireland started to hype it up yesterday by putting a little money on it. I don't know if you got a chance to hear that, Chris.
So you want to do Travis versus Ireland for the golf classic?
No. Wait a minute, we can. I'd certainly
we
like
might
to
do that for
Oh.
our pre-tournament 9-hole.
So Ireland is betting that I beat Mario when we play the day after All-Star Friday night.
Yes.
DeMarco and I
him at golf?
DeMarco and I are doing one of
Mario
our CHLA
Farr.
payoffs.
My brother.
Oh, not Mario Ruiz.
No,
my
Farr,
brother.
his brother
Yes.
Mario.
Oh.
That can go.
So we're going to Pachanga the day after All-Star Friday night.
Okay.
We're going to play golf with a listener.
Right.
It's a CHLA payoff.
And
I've
the
been
listener is
pumping-
not Mario Farr.
No, it's my brother.
But Mario's coming, and Mario and I have tried to find a day to play golf together since DeMarco
Do we
and
know
I
your
got together.
brother's handicap?
See, that's
This
how we
is
got
how
into
we got
this.
started.
Right
He does
here,
not
right.
carry one.
Okay,
So-
what's the guess?
Right, he guessed. What did he say to Marco?
10.
About 10.
Yeah.
Travis will beat him.
If he's actually a 10. The question could be...
You think he's sandbagging?
I'm saying it's possible.
What does Mario
So
Farr look
that's-
like physique-wise?
That's a wider version of me and shorter.
Wider weight?
Wider and shorter, yes.
Shorter?
And a whole hell of a lot meaner.
I think
You have a
Travis-
picture?
Yeah.
Think of me shorter and wider and a whole hell of a lot meaner.
How long has he been playing golf?
See, he asked me the same question about since he was 25 and he's 54.
He's been playing 30 years.
Yeah.
He plays golf. He has got a bag of golf clubs that are real golf clubs that are well used. They're the right stuff. It's not like right off the rack. You can tell he's...
What kind of shafts?
He's curated
Bro,
his
ask him.
bag.
Yeah,
he's
come on.
curated his bag very specifically.
Okay, here's a bit important question. What kind of balls does he play?
As
Pro Vs.
Pro
There you go.
V1s or Pro
Right.
V1X?
I believe he's an X.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I would
so
put
he
my
heard
chips.
John.
I put my chips on Travis all the time.
See, so he's listening. So now he's extra pissed. Now you're in on it. So
Because here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Chris and John have both played golf with me.
And here's the other thing.
Yeah.
And this actually just came up. Tommy and I were playing at Black Gold a few weeks ago, and we were on 17, and I made a very long putt.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Does that kind of reminded me of the Travis amazing putt when we did Travis versus Ireland at some point?" I was on Travis's team, and I made a joke about how like
Chris had quit already.
I didn't quit. But
Yes, he did. Yes, you did.
Okay, and then Travis made an amazing like 50-foot putt, and basically was like, "That's why you don't say that crap." And I was like, "All right,
okay.
calm down."
Yeah.
Travis has got the heart of a champion. He's got the fire inside. To comment on another Bob
And
Seger song.
I've said this. I've said you remind me of my brother a lot. You guys
Of
both
Mario?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys both get into it. You're very competitive. This is why I want to see the match. I want to see Travis in that mode. I love to see my brother when he gets in that mode. I want to see who
He's
wins
not going
this.
to beat me up, is he?
No, he's going to. He's golfing. But John getting in, putting the number on it. Now Chris
What
is
did you guys
saying
settle on? $50?
$50.
All right.
So he walks in, hands me
So
shirt,
who's
sees
betting-
your golf balls,
Yeah.
snatches them. That's why I had to give you the gift card.
Oh, so he did go for the Pro V once.
He took his golf balls.
I'm not an X. I'm a regular.
No, I know you're
not an
regular.
X.
He saw your name, golf ball, and took off. So I had to give you a gift card.
So what's the action?
50.
50 straight up?
Straight up.
Straight up, no
Yes.
strokes, match play.
And you're betting 50 on your brother?
Of course I am.
John's betting 50 on Travis?
Correct.
Yes. I'll take 50 on Travis.
You're on. That's anybody else?
Who's keeping score that day?
I will.
Okay, I trust
Yeah.
Travis.
Okay.
Travis
I
is
thought-
in
This
a
is all at Pachanga, right?
All
Pachanga.
at Pachanga.
Travis isn't a
July
cheating,
12th.
lying kind of guy.
No.
No,
He's a
at
rat
all.
sometimes, but not a cheater
At
or a
all.
liar.
One of them is going to blow up, and I can't wait to see it. Either way, it's fun for me.
It won't be me.
This is what I can't wait for. I cannot wait to see this. I want to see that tested right there.
So
right
is your-
there.
So are you going to meet my action now?
I said yes.
So you're taking my action too?
Of course.
So that means you got 50 to John, 50 to me.
Yes.
Okay.
You're on.
Okay.
That's. I love it. Look at that look. This is. I can't wait. I can't wait. One of them's going to blow up. This is going to be good. Yes. All on camera.
I can't wait.
Anybody
now.
else?
Now I'm interested.
Anybody else?
This guy asking
Anybody else?
Parker?
Let's go.
Parker, 50? Yeah.
You should reach out and see if Cappy will take your action. Cappy.
I'm sure he would. Yeah. I'm sure he would. He's going to call in at 11.
Oh, he is? For what?
Well, he's wants to tell me or talk to Travis.
All right.
Yeah. See?
Does he?
Oh, then he definitely wants action on it.
That's fine.
Did you see that look? Oh, my God. My goodness. Oh, my God.
So I'll tell you this since we're talking golf.
Yeah.
And now my swing is much different just because of my body.
You could turn your body.
Well, I can do that, but also the stuff I'm still dealing with on my left arm. And that could be from the stroke, but it could also just be all the muscle I lost. Doesn't matter. Point being is I've always been a Vokey Titleist wedge guy.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my 60-degree wedge, which I use, and I have hands of an angel when it comes to my wedge
I've
play.
heard.
Thanks to the great Jay Lim, who is my swing coach in Orange County. Tommy had gotten me my Vokey 60-degree wedge as a birthday years ago. But then Cappy a few years ago got me the Callaway 60-degree, and I was kind of like, listen, Cappy, I can't really play that because Tommy's going to get mad. But now I use both.
You have two 60s in your
So I
bag.
use the 60, the Titleist one, if I'm on the fringe, or a standard 60. But the Callaway 60 is much easier out of the sand.
Okay, so I'm not going to get too deep down this rabbit hole because I don't think anybody cares, but I care.
We could go down the LeBron again.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
Do you know the difference in the bounce on both of those clubs?
I don't.
Okay, that's why one works better out of the sand than the other.
All I know is it works.
Yeah.
The bounce?
The bounce is the curve on the bottom of the club.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
It's similar to the curve. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You guys are crazy. Oh, my God.
Well, it's like the difference between something that's got a sharp edge and something that's got a rounded edge.
And most people can't hit a 60 very well unless you play golf.
I'm
How
just
does your
amazed
brother
at
hit
how
his,
deep you guys are
How does your
into
brother
this.
play his 60? Do we know?
How am I supposed to know? I don't know.
Can you give me a picture of his clubs?
DeMarco's
I
there
showed
for the
him.
good time.
That's
let me see
all
him.
I'm there
You
for.
got a picture of his
Yeah,
clubs?
I showed you a picture of his
Months
clubs.
ago.
Months
I
ago.
don't have
I'll
it
dig it
anymore.
up and I'll
Yeah.
show you.
So, speaking of having a good time, OKC, there was a pictures floating around.
Did we pay off the Aaron Rodgers
No.
tease?
Did we?
We
tease
did
Aaron
talk about it. We talked about that. So let's do the OKC thing.
Okay.
Rodgers? What just happened?
I have no idea.
I was wondering.
We
about
did
Aaron
pay it
Rodgers.
off. We talked about the Aaron Rodgers. We talked about
Let's go
producers
OKC.
Would you like to go?
Here we go,
OKC?
Doggy. Let's go.
All right, go ahead. Right, big tubs. You when you guys won the Super Bowl, you go back in the locker room. Big tubs full of champagne and beer.
No, I
No.
don't. No. I mean,
Okay.
champagne was handed to me.
Okay,
you
so they
spray
hand,
anybody
they
with
hand
it?
you a bottle.
Say again?
Did you spray anybody with it?
Yeah, everybody.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
So one of the videos that was making the way around right after the thing was that nobody on OKC other than Alex Caruso really knew how to open a bottle of champagne. Like he was the only one that had some experience with the title, but they didn't really understand how to get it open. So he showed everybody and they did it.
Oh, yeah.
Then there was videos going around yesterday that showed the big bins and tablefuls full of unopened cans of beer and bottles of champagne. Okay?
Yeah, you're doing this wrong.
And that was the thing. And OKC's entire vibe, and the word of the month, as far as I can tell from my 22-year-old daughter, is aura. Everybody's got an aura.
Yes.
It's aura.
Well,
Aura is very
Sedano
important.
once said to SGA, "Thank you for letting me be in your aura." It's a drop we play off.
There you go. So the aura of OKC is kind of mild.
Right.
It's just
subdued.
It's subdued.
Yes.
It is not aggressive. It is not rowdy. It is not blow the top off of it. It's just very, we're here. We're just chilling out.
Understated. Is that
now,
where we're
is
going?
that them? Is that a generational thing? Because DeMarco, if you put me in a room with a endless ice chest full of beer and champagne, we're not leaving until it's empty.
I know, but are we barbaric?
I don't know. I'm just telling you that's how I would do it.
Maybe that way is antiquated. I mean, maybe.
So this goes back to what we originally talked about.
Maybe with
the difference now. These guys are not just athletes; they're machines, and it's like, do I want to put all that in my system? Because tomorrow I got to work out.
Was it Jalen Williams that had literally never had a drink until that moment?
And then he went to go back to Shirley Temple's.
And he said he tried the champagne and the beer, and he's like, I don't like this. I'm going back to Shirley Temple's.
We force-fed Kurt Warner a shot of beer on the plane. Like, we had to hold him down.
That could be a different thing.
That was a different deal. But, I mean, maybe it is kind of passe now, getting the goggles on. And
I saw the Dodgers
getting
win
wet.
the World Series 6 months ago. They looked like they knew what they were doing.
That's
The
right.
Eagles,
right.
I'm sure, were doing that as well.
Sure, too.
Those guys, now, baseball players, and I raise my hand, I'm among their religion. They do it differently. They like that
True.
stuff. Maybe basketball players.
Do you have to be completely disgusting to celebrate?
I just want to celebrate.
Because that's all I knew. That's how you're supposed to. Maybe this is a new way to celebrate.
I mean,
I
look
don't
at
know.
the NHL, the Florida Panthers. They were going crazy at
One of
in
the guys
Miami.
was so hammered he's banging on his next door neighbor's door at 5 a.m. with the cup saying, let's party.
So I do think generally, though, so OKC is a very young team. Alex Caruso, I believe, is the oldest person on that team.
At 27, I think, something like that.
And generally, we are seeing a rise of sober culture in the younger generation. I know that's everybody, but there's a rise in, non-alcoholic beer, like Beero from Tom Holland. There's a rise in sober bars where you just go and congregate. But I think it's the idea of, too, that people aren't opening up the tabs. They try to close up their tabs to monitor their drinking. It might just be a wave of a younger generation not wanting to drink as much.
When did the race car drivers go to milk, and why did they?
That's a long-standing Indy 500
But
thing.
I thought they were doing champagne and then they stopped.
I think
or is
the
that just
milk
something
has
I made up?
always been a part of the Indy 500. I don't know why, but that's a long-standing tradition.
Milk was probably a sponsor 50 years ago.
Now, I don't want to be the curmudgeon, but if you want to change all-out celebration to something a little more healthier, considering Chris is in the room, I wouldn't be so upset by that.
So let me put this in
if that's the new way they're going.
Let me put this in a very mild
I don't want to
perspective.
make fun of that. Yeah.
I cheat now very rarely, but once in a while I'll have something that I'm not even going to say I shouldn't. It's just something that I know is going to raise my data, and I'm obsessed with data always, about everything. In school, I was obsessed with data, whatever. Last night, we ate something that I felt was a celebration based on the good news. I couldn't sleep right. I felt like crap until I got it out of my system this morning because I just wasn't used to having it in my system, and it was like, was it worth it? It was fun to have the moment with 70, but it was like, yeah, I don't need to do that ever again.
Yeah.
Because my body is now, and again, when I say it was very mild, compared to my old days, very mild. Cappy actually texted me yesterday, congratulations, but also said, can we eat pizza now? And I said, I can have one slice once in a while. I'm not going back to that of like eating an entire pizza by myself ever again. This was very mild celebration, and I would say I just didn't want it in my system. So these gentlemen, the Oklahoma City Thunder that are younger, might go, you know
I'm
what?
not going to hate on it.
Do I really want to feel this way tomorrow if I don't put this stuff in my
It's
system?
not going to be how I celebrate, though.
Me neither.
That's what I'm selling. Yeah, we're going back to the old school.
By the way, they had the coolers properly packed.
I was going to ask you. Okay,
they had the
there
coolers
you go.
properly packed.
By the way,
they were done correctly.
Even with non-alcoholic beverages, that's still important.
Of course it is.
Because we had to pack a cooler for something a few weeks ago, and the way that the sparkling water for me and my diet soft drinks out.
Yes.
If you put Diet Cokes, Coca-Cola, Topo Chicos, just the Kirkland brand waters,
There's a way to do it. Yeah.
There is the right way and the wrong way,
Yes.
and it doesn't matter what the beverage is. It needs to be done
When
correctly.
you sent me that text, the first thing I did was put my address under it. Send it here.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, send it right here. I know what to do with it.
Their parade does not have a ton of aura either right now.
Like
It's like
aura.
about 5 people deep,
Is that okay?
maybe.
But here's the question:
Really?
Is it because of the players on the team, or is it because of the Oklahoma City municipal environment?
A little of both.
It is
I
the
guess.
smallest market in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
is
They're
the
not
least
very
amount of
sexy.
people per city.
They're not very sexy, and there's not a lot of them.
So if Sedano was here right now, he'd be screaming at the top of his lungs about this was amazing basketball, blah, blah, blah.
It was.
Lindsay
It was fun.
and Funchie, and a lot of people were able to get his goat, if you will,
Oh.
because Lindsay said it's not exciting. Funchie was at an Olive Garden. I would say if I wasn't in sports and wanting to have to be able to talk about it, would I consume it? I don't.
Can I make
yes,
a guess? Let me guess. George?
I don't know if I'd watch
Yeah.
every moment, but I'd consume it.
George
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
There you go.
George probably said to them, if you didn't watch this or like it, you don't really like basketball.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that argument because it was fun basketball.
There
it was good.
Again, I'm going to split a hair again. There's a difference between exciting and good basketball. There's a difference between interesting to the layman and technically sound basketball. I get that the Thunder are awesome. I get that they play great defense. I get that Shea is a killer in the mid. All of these things.
Right.
That they defend the rim. That they're all of this. I get it. It's not interesting to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not saying that, it sucks, because it clearly doesn't suck. What I'm saying is you have not captured my attention.
Absolutely.
And there's a difference between those two things. Oklahoma City cannot, by definition, capture my attention. Now, when they go back next year, and all of a sudden you're talking the beginning of a dynasty. You're talking about Shea going back-to-back in MVPs. You're talking about Jalen Williams going to that next level, becoming a Scottie Pippen type player. Well, that's more interesting to me. But these first time, it's like, yeah, okay,
Give it
cool.
time.
They're
Yeah.
good.
I heard they're trying to move up into the top 10.
The draft?
Yeah.
Well, they got enough draft picks to do it.
That's what I keep hearing. They're not going to let go of this. They're going to earn your trust.
Well, you
maybe.
got younger players also that are in rookie contracts, so they've got some time.
You know
on
how many
this.
guys are coming back next year from the team this year?
All of them?
All of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Literally every single guy is under contract.
the other
And they're
thing-
getting that guy from Europe who was a top lottery pick
the
last
Ginobili
year who's
type.
coming in. Yeah.
That's what I thought looking at this, and they're subdued or whatever, or a celebration. I thought they were sending you a message like, we're just getting started.
Could be.
This is just number one. We're not going to go overboard.
By
we
the
haven't
way,
done anything
if
yet.
that's what it was,
Yeah.
that's badass.
Yeah.
If it was we're just getting started. This
Yeah.
isn't the end of the line for us. This is the beginning of something, not the end. That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
If this was they're just a bunch of squares, then okay,
But I
that's
can tell
fine
you,
too.
every team thinks that way. We'll be back. We're going to do this again. Same team. We're going to run it back. This is the only team I actually believe. They're young enough and good enough to run it back.
I want to talk about that next, because the way that the Lakers kind of get in the way of that, or any of the other teams in the Western Conference, the challenge is different than all of these other teams that have won over the last 7 years. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D. Farr here. You can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. And I cannot wait for July 12th. This is going to be fun. Stare at me, Travis. Look at me. You know I'm talking to you right now. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming exciting. Did I mention golf again? The immense casino floor.
I'll be there.
1,100 hotel rooms and suites. The spa, the golf course. I want it in cash, too, by the way.
I'll give it to you in one.
The golf course, 20 bars and restaurants. This is where they're going to commiserate. Come see why readers of Newsweek USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more information. Also, follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information. See you there.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
The Lakers no longer can be outspent. The guy who is now running the Lakers has had massive success running the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been to the playoffs 11 years in a row. They've been to the World Series 4 times. This is indescribably big news if you're a Laker fan.
It's just a titanic shift in the town.
The OGs of LA Sports Talk.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Hey, it's John Ireland. If you've been searching for an energy drink that actually works without the crash or junk, Look no further than Pro Baller Energy. Made with clean ingredients and natural caffeine, it gives you a smooth, focused boost, whether you're at work, on the golf course, or just need a pick-me-up. It's energy you can feel good about, and the limited edition Lakers can makes it even better. Find Pro Baller at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores today. Try it and see why champions choose clean energy.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. As a sports fan, you always want your team to be well coached and to win. And you know who's always winning? My guy, Jacob. Think about it. If you've been injured in a car accident, a slip and fall at a store, rideshare accident, whatever it is, you feel like you lost. Call Jacob. He knows the opponent's weaknesses, how to exploit them, and attack the insurance company to provide you the win you deserve. 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Hey, John Ireland here for Thrive Cybersecurity. We all know in sports that defense wins games and turnovers kill you. That's also true in business. The truth is, 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't let that happen to you. Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense. Use Thrive and protect your business.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Level up your summer projects with 4th of July savings on top brand cordless power tools from the Home Depot. Whether you're working on a fence, a planter box, or a new workbench, get the power and runtime you need with the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2 toolkit from the Home Depot for only $99, was $139. Get 4th of July savings on the cordless power you need to make summer projects easier than ever. Right now at the Home Depot.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Nothing like a little Dolly on a live imaging Tuesday. On the Travis and DeMarco Show, 10:20 in your morning. By the way, the listener draft for All-Star Friday night is happening at 11:30, and apparently Cappy's joining us at 11 a.m. for some reason.
Mario's coming on.
Mario
At
at 11.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Mario's coming on or Cappy's coming on?
Mario's coming on.
Why did you say Cappy was coming on?
You said Cappy was coming on.
I don't think you did.
I didn't say that.
I never heard Cappy coming on at 11.
I thought you said
No,
Cappy.
you said Cappy.
I didn't say Cappy.
You did not.
I said Mario's coming on 11.
Yes.
And you just said Cappy was coming
And
on.
Mario Farr, not Mario Ruiz of LA.
So Mario Farr, is he prepared for me to drill him verbally? I want
No,
insight.
I don't think anybody's prepared for that. I really don't.
I want to interview him about his golf.
Okay, he'll be on at 11. You
And
guys
I also
pepper
want
him with questions.
Is he going to be able to talk about
When
his
you
size
guys
and
talk-
dimensions?
When you guys talk about golf, you sound like him. And when I'm over at his house and we're just sitting there,
Does he know his swing
hanging
strokes?
out, watching a tournament, and he's blowing my eardrums up.
I've never met your brother. I've never spoken with your brother, but I know your brother.
I don't know what you're saying. Please stop speaking to me.
He better be able to talk
See
about
how
his-
he moved his foot? See what he does? That's that stuff.
He better be able to describe his shaft. All of them, on all 12,
I got
14
you.
clubs.
You know what I'm saying.
I do.
Okay. Yeah, he's one of you.
I know.
Yeah, you're
He's
going to
a
have
golfer.
fun. I can't wait to see this.
We
This is
have-
gonna be
we
awesome.
are our
Travis
own
is going to
subset.
smoke him. I've seen Travis in fourth gear when he wanted to smoke and embarrass John Ireland. I've seen that. He's going to do that to your brother. It will be over by hole 15.
It's not just aggression. It's just everything I ever learned about being an athlete, I learned from this dude. That's why I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
Because
but he's not a professional
if
athlete.
I'm there, he's going to be locked in.
We can talk about this with Mario when he comes on in
Mario Farr.
in 38 minutes. But let me ask you this question. Do you think that he will want to do this where we're grinding from the beginning of this thing, or are we going to have a couple of drinks and have a good time and hang out and get to know each other and compete at golf?
No, he's not going to come out and just give you the ugly, the ogre.
Oh,
no,
you think he's going to warm him up?
He's one of you. He's
Okay.
one of you.
Good. Then okay.
Yeah.
Travis will smoke him.
Because if we're going to have a good time and play golf,
He's going to have a good time.
I'm almost unbeatable in that situation.
This is going to be good.
Wait a minute. So you're playing stroke play straight up?
No, match play.
Match play. Okay.
Yeah, match play. That way, a blow-up hole doesn't end the match on one hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the format we did
Have
with
you
John,
beat
right?
Travis?
Correct. Have I ever beat him straight up?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Are you the number one golfer here?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Well,
When Tommy's really focused and we're playing consistently, Tommy has broken 80 at Black Gold, but breaking 80 at Black Gold is not a problem for Travis.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not something he could do all the time, but he could do it. But he would do it
That's
pretty
who
well.
he's looking for.
Yeah.
If you look for people in golf, do you look for people?
What do you mean?
Do you look for the best golfer?
He's
in
not.
I'm being 100% honest when I say this. I do not go out to the golf course to compete. I go out to have a good time.
He's not a
Same.
swindler.
I go out there to be with my friends, people whose company I enjoy, have a few drinks, and I would rather play well than play poorly. But if I play poorly, I really don't care.
There we go. Okay.
So I will tell you my experience of being on Travis's team for I think 2 of our golf events or bits we did, like Travis versus Ireland. I would hit a bad drive or I'd hit a bad shot. And I'm like, sorry, Trav. And he'd be like, don't worry, I got this. And then he'd hit an amazing shot. And he could just hit that gear.
I'm not surprised.
And Mario
I think you're
Farr, your
sandbagging
brother,
in softball.
Your brother can.
No, here's the difference.
I think you got
He's
more.
great
in
at
you.
softball
I
too.
think you got more there.
Play the highlight.
There's
Play the highlight.
plenty more there.
Yeah.
I just the difference
Does
is
Travis go deep? Travis goes deep.
I don't give a damn about the
I know,
softball.
I know.
Like I am not impressing myself or anybody else with softball. At golf, I'd like to play.
It's
well.
not worth the pain of going all out. I got you.
What outfit are you
I
gonna
know.
wear? What
I know.
outfit are you
There's
gonna-
more there. Don't tell me you can't do this.
No, I can. I
Right.
choose not to.
Right. You don't want to deal with the fallout of the next day.
Yes.
And the week following because we're all beat up. Yes.
I want to walk to that car
I got you.
comfortably.
There you go. Okay.
When I sit in the front seat of my Rotolo Chevrolet Silverado, I want to be nice and comfortable. I don't want my back to hurt.
Here's what happened.
I don't
Parker
want my
Bell,
hamstrings to hurt.
Parker Bell has the transcripts from the social room. I said you should call Cappy, see if he wants in on the action. I did say that.
Yeah.
You said, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. He's going to call in at 11.
My brother was going to call in.
No. The sentence read like that. That's the transcript.
That's not what I was talking about.
But
My
there's
brother was
context,
calling in.
Parker.
But that's
Yeah.
how I pulled it.
I see you, P, though. I see you. Okay. I see you.
He's
Sold me out.
aggregating you live.
I mean, just back the bus right over me. Go ahead.
Yeah, he
You're
did.
fine. You're fine.
It's all good. Yes.
You're fine. It'll be good.
When did you throw your last pitch?
The last game I ever pitched in was against the University of Nevada up there.
What year?
My senior year,
But you-
1990.
You might be doing it again soon.
1993.
When we get Mark Kotze, Sienna's dad. Sienna Kotze, one of our interns.
I couldn't get him out when I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, we want to see you. We want to see him blast one off of you.
1993.
Okay.
So that's 32 years ago.
Did you know that was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, he thought he had a great career ahead.
I mean, that's a legit question.
No,
Did you know that was
I
it?
know
Yeah, yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I gave up the idea of playing professional baseball after the end of my junior year. When I looked around and I saw my ability relative to the guys that were getting drafted, and it was not there.
Okay. All right. So
I
you
was delusional up until that point. Like, hey, I can do this, I can do that. I'll figure this out. I'll figure that out. And then it's like the good guy. I can't get them out.
Okay.
Like, I simply cannot get the good guys out.
What'd you throw? And what was the result?
To who?
Your last pitch.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh, okay.
I do remember my coach yelling at me, telling me that I, quote, embarrassed myself and the entire team. I do remember. That's a direct quote, by the way.
No.
So,
are you serious? Wow.
we were playing at SC, and this was not the last game that I pitched, but it was towards the end. We were playing against SC at UCSB, and they had a catcher by the name of Bobby Hughes, and I hated his guts. He was really good. He was preening around, and basically I couldn't get him out.
All right.
So I decided that I was going to throw an ephus pitch in the middle of this game.
The up and over thing.
Basically what Kike is doing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
Hell
throw
of a
this
pitch.
big, giant meatball at him. And I did. Didn't go well. And
what did he do?
Al Ferrer, the UCSB head coach at the time, who I'm a huge fan of Al. We're good. We're good. We talk. We're good. Love Al.
You've made up.
He comes charging out of the dugout
God.
to the mound he's a shorter guy.
Yeah.
And he's got these crazy blue eyes, and he rips his sunglasses off, and he liked profanity.
Okay.
Baseball coach, right? They like profanity. And so insert profanities as you see appropriate.
Yeah.
You have embarrassed yourself and your team.
Oh my.
I never thought you would do something like this. And I'm like, this is one of the last games I'm ever pitching. What do I care? And I go into the dugout, and every single one of my teammates are like, that was awesome.
Really?
I might have asked you this before.
Oh,
did
my
you
God.
ever
Do it again.
Did you ever put stuff on the ball?
No, I never figured out how to do
Snot
it. I
ball.
goofed around with it. So the idea was always whether it was Vaseline, snot, whatever you wanted to put it. You know, I can take a watermelon seed, you pinch it between your fingers, and it shoots out. That's kind of the idea of how to throw a spitball, where you don't throw it, you kind of pinch it. I could never get it to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never knew how to make it do its thing.
Wait, hold on. Back up to the ephus pitch. So you'd never thrown that thing before?
I threw it in the bullpen, getting ready for
just
it.
for fun?
Yeah, just to see if I could do it. Wasn't even close.
Oh, my God.
I nearly threw it over the catcher's head. Yeah, like I was trying to hit like a 20-foot high mark, and it wasn't anywhere close.
Oh,
and
you
he
didn't
came
execute the pitch. He
No.
didn't hit it a mile.
No.
Oh.
I think I tried it twice.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and
you are
then
embarrassing yourself.
You're embarrassing yourself and this entire
Oh,
team.
my
I
God.
can't believe you did this.
That's hilarious.
And I'm
oh,
like,
my
yeah,
God.
well, I got a story to tell for the rest of my life.
That's great stuff. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Why'd you hate the guy? Because he was good?
Pretty much.
Okay. Did you know him, like,
Yeah, we
personally?
played against each other in high school.
Oh,
We were on a
that's-
couple of teams together.
I understand that.
He
hate.
was kind of a
Some
pain in the
dudes,
ass.
I'll never. If you met him today,
I don't think I'd recognize him, but
Okay.
if he had said, hey, nice to meet you, I'm Bob Hughes, I'd be like, not the guy from Notre Dame High School. is
Weird
it?
seeing that guy.
Yeah.
We all have that guy, and seeing him again at the hardware store.
Yeah.
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 You kind of like let it go. Yeah. They're different
It all
now.
worked out.
They're
It
all
all
right.
worked
There
out.
you go. Yes.
Factor Cap's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit Crypto.com Arena/tours for more info.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry.
Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Konnichiwa. Ni hao.
Okay. So, Travis, maybe you could tell a story of why I'm having this Factor Cap, but you could tell when your wife or girlfriend gets her hair or eyebrows done.
The hyena.
Travis.
So yesterday, I'm home sitting on at the kitchen table, and my daughter, who's 22, comes home and she says, "What do you think?" And she kind of flips her hair back off.
Just
of her
always
face.
say it's great.
And I said, "Oh, did you get your hair cut?" And she goes, "No." I said, "Okay." Like I said, "I'm sorry." She goes, "I got my eyebrows done." I'm like, "Oh yeah, they look."
Did you say they were on fleek? Do they still say that on fleek?
No.
I've not heard her say that. I said, "Oh, they look great." She goes, "Men never notice any of this stuff." I said, "You're right. We don't notice eyebrows and things like that." So anyway, fast forward 20 minutes. My son Michael comes home, and she says, "Michael, what do you think?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" What?
Were his eyebrows on fleek?
His were not. And so she was very frustrated that neither of us had noticed that she had just had her eyebrows done. That's why maybe she's telling this story.
Yes. Chris, you can tell when your girlfriend gets her hair or eyebrows done.
No, I fell into this trap a few weeks ago because I was like, she went through the whole day, and so she's like, "You didn't notice I trimmed my hair? 1/8 of an inch?" I go, "No, I didn't." And she's like, "But you always said when we first started dating you loved my hair, and it was one of the things you were attracted to because I am a big hair guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't notice the 1/8 of the inch. I'm sorry." So, no, I don't notice.
DeMarco.
That's just a hard one. I'm going to go fact. I don't necessarily notice what it is, but I know that look that I'm supposed to notice when you're, always getting
Showing
in my
it
eye.
off.
Yeah. Then I go, "Oh, that's nice."
But let's say
fact. Yeah.
that 1/8 of an inch, I'm never
I'm
gonna
exaggerating,
notice.
but it wasn't big.
My point is,
right.
An eyebrow, 1/8 of an inch. I'm not. If Susan showed, and Susan's kind of got brownish, reddish hair, right? If she showed up bleach blonde, I would notice
You'd notice that, right.
But I like something that where it's slightly darker or lighter. I'm not going to notice.
Like,
that.
what if your daughter had tinted her eyebrows? Like, her eyebrows were a
notice.
lot darker than what they were before.
A lot darker?
Sure, yeah.
I think I would notice that.
Okay.
What are you doing? What's different about you?
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe that.
Jorge.
No, I never noticed it either. she'll tell me like, "Hey, I'm gonna take $100. I'm gonna get my hair done," and I don't see the difference. That means she didn't get it done. She used it for something else.
So let me explain to your daughter.
That's great. Your hair looks great. Thank you. Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Wow.
To your daughter, your hair and your eyebrows are for other women to notice and for yourself to notice and to feel good, because no man will ever notice.
Susan noticed right away when she got home.
Exactly.
She did.
Or let me clarify. No
Really?
straight man will ever notice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so Denzel Clark has been
Oh,
doing
my God.
amazing things in the outfield. He has, 4 weeks in a row where he's had the electrifying play of the week. And so I saw this on like a spoof account called MLB Sentinel. So it's not actually true. But, put a little thought in my head. So they said that, breaking news, Denzel Clark will be participating in the MLB Home Run Derby, but he will be in the outfield trying to catch the balls.
Oh.
So not true, not actually happening, but got me thinking, it would be fun to have the best outfielders out there trying to rob short home runs. Chris, Factor Cap.
Fact. Why not? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
It would actually be something that would make me watch something other than Dodgers and Angels baseball. But that's not true. I don't watch a lot of it. Anyway.
DeMarco, do you think it would be fun to have the outfielders out there?
I'm going to go cap on that because when those great catches happen, you went bonkers. Is that the same guy you went nuts
Yes.
for? You
Yes.
went bonkers for great
He's
catches.
awesome.
I don't want to see that bastardized.
Yeah.
By seeing it too much. You know what I mean? I'd rather be wowed when it does happen.
Trav?
I agree with DeMarco. I think what makes those catches so exciting is that they're completely unexpected. They kind of come out of nowhere, and the guy has to run to the spot. There isn't an anticipation where, hey, we're going to try to shoot one over the right center field wall. Let's see if you can beat the ball to the spot. It just has to happen organically. If there was a way to, I don't know, put like 10 guys with fungo bats at home and only one of them hit him and he's got to track it in real
Figure
time.
out which one? Right.
Then, yeah, maybe. But to try to set it up like that, I think would take away some of the fun.
Jorge?
No, I like it when it's just organically like that. Like, I don't want them out there planning how to make the next cool catch on a home run derby or whatever.
So the baseball season's roughly half over. We'll be at the halfway point next week. This dude, Denzel Clark.
Yeah.
If you had the best 10 catches of the year, he's got 4 of them.
Really? Already?
He's unbelievable.
See, this is the football-baseball thing that will never end because you show me that and I'll give you this look.
Yeah, I know you do.
Because I see this a lot, and people get hit while he's doing that.
Yeah,
So,
no.
That amazes you? Let me show you this.
Different. I'm not saying that that you guys are willing to do that with the wall trying to murder you in real time.
The wall's coming to you.
I
right.
get it, but
Yeah.
DeMarco, we chose differently.
You're right. You
Yes.
chose wisely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sticking in baseball and the people that are having an incredible season. So we have Kyle Raleigh having an incredible season.
The Big Dumper.
And, well, that's my
That's what
Spectre
they-
Cap.
That's his nickname.
So
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
going to say he's been called the Big Dumper right now, and because he has a large bottom. And you would want the nickname Big Dumper.
Oh.
DeMarco Patrick Cap.
Fact. Absolutely. That's great. I'm pissed. No one came up with that for me. That's perfect. I did have a teammate they called Dump Truck.
For the same reason?
He was shaped like a dump truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that dude. Absolutely. The Big Dumper. That's a great name.
But
Fact.
wouldn't you want, like, Big Dinger or something else? Say when he had a big old
if
butt.
it applied, sure. Be a hell of a name to live up to.
Travis?
Right.
Big Hurt?
I want you to think about what you just said.
Okay.
The Big Hurt, the Big Unit, Pronk.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of questions.
Oil can.
I didn't know.
That's your uncle.
I didn't know.
I'm just saying, baseball nicknames fall into one very specific lane for the most part, with very few exceptions. That the Big Dumper is the other thing, I think is great. I would love to have a nickname like that. It's
Chris,
terrific.
you would want to be called Big Dumper.
Well, since I once dump trucked DeMarco with Cappy, yes, I would.
A Big Dumper?
Unfortunately, my dumper isn't as big as it used to be.
That's all right.
It's very bony
What are
now.
you down to?
I'm down 100, so.
Is that
from when I went
220?
into the hospital?
220.
So no, I'm 234 right now.
234,
But the goal, the cardiologist wants another 30. So
I'm down 100 too. She never got the hair done.
Or you would want to be Big Dumper?
Yeah, or nalgón. That's what we call it in Spanish. Nalgón. So yeah.
The nalgas.
Okay. I have one more in this general field of nicknames and baseball players, and Travis, don't shout it out because you might know what I'm talking about.
All
But
right.
a Mets reliever, his name is Richard Lovelady, okay? He has requested to go by his nickname Dickie, okay? So he will now be referred to as Dickie Lovelady. So, a couple of months ago when we had our snake draft of baseball names.
It's a snake trap.
That's a good one.
We need to redraft. We need to add Big Dumper and Richard Lovelady. Or no, Dickie Lovelady. Jorge Fatricat.
Mr. Kuntz, can I still pick that guy?
No, Rusty Kuntz is off the board.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, fact. Let's do it.
All right, Trev.
Yeah, fact. That he got this far going by Richard is a huge mistake. He should have gone to Dickie years ago.
We
This
don't
was a
see many
no-brainer.
Richards these days.
No, it's unusual.
Yeah,
Or if they are
Rickies.
Richards, you're going to get a Rich or a Rick.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a Dick very often. You're going to get Richards and Ricks, but Dickie Lovelady is amazing. Yes.
I met a Gloria and a Donna in Portland.
What ages were these women?
Donna appropriate.
Oh, yeah. Like in their 40s and 50s?
Donna
I
appropriate.
will tell
yes.
you, my grandfather's name is Richard, and
Yeah.
he goes by Dick,
Yeah.
Dick Hebel, and his son's name is Richard as well, but he goes by Richard.
Yes.
But his sister's name is Gloria. So all of this matches in that same thing.
Crazy.
But DeMarco, we should redraft.
What's his name again?
Dickie Lovelady.
Fact. Are you serious?
And Lovelady is one word.
He's really doing that? Oh, wow.
Wouldn't you? I mean, come on.
I mean, maybe.
No, call me Rick.
I might pull that out in the club at the club
Richard,
in Cabo.
nice to meet you. No,
Yes.
no, guys.
Right.
It's Dickie.
The government name is.
And here comes number 42 out of the pen.
Wow.
Dickie Lovelady.
What's your walk-up music?
I think you know what it is.
Chris, we should
What is
redraft.
it? Yes, we should redraft. What is the walk-up music?
Well, you could pick a whole bunch of different
Oh, okay.
things.
Something from Two Live
Pony?
Crew. Yes.
You could do the
Pony.
Pony.
That's
Pony
a
would
good
be a
one right
great
there.
choice.
Yes.
Or Al Green.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now go ahead. Now batting.
And now batting, Dickie Lovelady.
See? Savannah
It's a good
Bananas
name.
coming up now.
It's a good name. He should be. That guy could be on the Bananas too.
Perfect. You sell out.
Factor Caps brought to you by the law office of Richard. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. Joseph S. Normand. Joseph S. Normand. Family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Or visit normandlegal.com. The Rams have been in Los Angeles for a decade, DeMarco. They're getting ready for their 10th season. The DFAR All-Decade team coming up next.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
But I'm not really the conspiracy theorist per se.
Oh, no, tú no. No.
Tú no. And by the way, I take great offense to what you just said. How? You don't refer to me as something more respectful than tú? Ustedes? Por favor?
You want to be the old man?
See.
Wait,
Okay.
you're gonna be, so you want him to like
Call you
formally
old.
address you?
I would like formality. I mean, tú is just very.
no,
not
tú
very-
is like again, it's informal. I thought Beto was capable
amigos.
of being informal with
I
you.
thought it was respectful. I thought it was a lack of respect.
Usted is to like someone you're strangers with.
Usted, it's an older gentleman. Mr. Kaplan shows up from Del Boca Vista. He's usted.
Pero,
but
you're Cappy.
yeah, like
Okay.
you're Cappy.
I'm just
you should
tú.
be too.
Okay.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's May. Summer is here. You made it. And one of Jacob and Ronnie's new billboards says, don't just exist, live. It's the kind of message that hits you, especially if you're dealing with the aftermath of a crash or injury. Jacob doesn't just handle cases. He helps people move forward, take their lives back, and get the justice that they deserve. If you've been injured in an accident, don't settle for silence or pain. Call somebody who's been standing up for LA families since the 90s. Jacob will fight for the maximum compensation, and you pay nothing unless he wins. You deserve somebody who will fight for what's right, and Jacob does that every single time. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, calljacob.com. Proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC.
Call Jacob.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
10:45 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show, and you know DeMarco Farr is a Rams Super Bowl champion.
Woof.
He'll show you the ring anytime you want to see it.
Both of them.
And that is why, as we celebrate coming up 10 years of the Rams being back in L.A., it is time for DeMarco Farr's all-decade Rams team.
See, that's like having a nickname like the Big Hurt. Now I got to live up to that, or the Big Unit.
Because you got a big Super Bowl ring?
No,
Or oil can.
But, okay, I did not know. I thought that was a baseball thing.
Well,
What-
it is. Baseball players really like to name that.
I thought it just meant he was throwing filthy, slippery stuff.
No, it means
Well, he was,
that people
technically.
saw him and thought about oil cans.
Meanwhile, We return to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr with his all-decade Rams team.
Okay, so it has been 10 years. 2016, 2025, that's 10
This will be season 10.
This will be so technically it's not 10 years.
No, it's not.
That's part of the thing why I put it as the almost all-decade team, because some of those guys can play their way onto this list this year.
Now it's time for DeMarco Farr's almost all-decade team.
Getting there. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let's just start at quarterback. That's the easiest one, right? There's only two. Two from this decade.
Are we having a backup on this roster or just one?
We have a QB1, QB2. Some don't have.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, so
although I will say, after spending some time with Jimmy G at Media Day, he is delightful.
Jimmy G's played one game.
He's
I like Jimmy G too. I'm sure he's a wonderful
awesome,
guy.
though, right?
He's a dreamboat.
You see why I could say
things.
he could be a starter for
But here's the thing. He doesn't walk in with the confidence he should. That's how nice of a guy he is.
Because he's the backup. But you could see him being the guy.
I don't even think it's that. I just think that's who he is.
I think he's playing.
Whereas
that role
Matthew
'cause he has
Stafford
to.
walks in and like they say in Moneyball, something walked in 10 minutes ago.
He lights up the room.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what he's doing,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So the two quarterbacks
Hi, Matthew
obviously
Stafford.
are
Oh, Matthew Stafford.
and Jared Goff.
Okay.
Running backs, Todd Gurley, far and away the best running back of this decade, right?
Yeah.
Was the best player in the league at one point.
Yep.
And his backup would be of this decade. Go ahead and say it. I know it pains you. It pains a lot of people to say, but you're going to have to deal with it.
Oh, come on.
It is Kyren Williams.
What about number 30? Who was his name?
That was Gurley.
No. Oh, yeah, Gurley was number 30.
Yeah.
Who was the backup that came in? The
C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson.
He was barely here.
But I got him in parentheses.
He only played like 5 games.
But those were really good 5.
It was a hell of a run, and I told you, I put him on my all-solid AF list is Malcolm Brown. Another dude.
Yeah, Kyron's better than those guys.
Definitely, but Malcolm Brown was a big part of this football team for almost a decade. So, but the two would be Kyron and Todd Gurley. Left tackle, there is no backup. It's Witt. I would love to say AJ. I'm worried about his health right now. Alard Jackson.
It's Witt.
Right.
Yeah.
Hands down, no doubt. That's what I'm saying. This year, if he played out,
there's a huge gap between Alaric Jackson and Andrew Whitworth.
So,
Andrew Whitworth might end up in the Hall of Fame.
Left guard, I totally agree. Keep saying that louder and louder and louder.
Yeah.
Saffold, Edwards are my left guard. Center, remember Sully?
Oh, sure.
Old Sully, my guy. And
by the way, it was a huge reason why that when Sean McVay first got that job back in 2017, they rebuilt that line in large part with not just Andrew Whitworth, but with John Sullivan at center.
Yes.
He came from Minnesota. He played every game. He was banged up, but he took a lot of the Jared Goff stuff off of Jared Goff's plate, took it on himself. He was a huge addition.
A very valuable center. And, played his way, couldn't walk towards the end.
No, he
gave
was
everything he
jacked
could.
up.
Right guard, Corbett Dodson. Dodson, I think, is the best
Plus
blocker
he's
now
got
anyway.
The sunglasses.
Right tackle, again, it's one guy. It's Rob Havenstein. Tight end, Tyler Higbee, of course, and Gerald Everett.
I don't know if there is a second. If there is one, then it's Everett, but I don't know if Everett. How long was he here? 3 or 4 seasons?
4 seasons, I believe, yes.
Okay.
5 if you count the Chargers 1 year, but with the Rams, 4.
Yeah, I'll give him. Okay, yeah, he could be the second guy.
Which one? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, just for those who might not be Rams super fans, full names of these guys would be awesome.
Rob Havenstein, Tyler Higbee, Gerald Everett.
There's an opening for the second spot in the tight end. Put it that way.
Okay.
And if Ferguson can come in here and ball, I'm not saying he's going to get it in a year. He's not going to cover 10 years worth of work in 1 year.
It might be that kid.
But there's an opportunity. Tyler Higbee has been the one guy at that spot that has shined in the 9 years that they've been here. No one else has even made a passing impact.
Agreed. And you put 10 in the box, rookie, you're on the list.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Wide receiver. Okay, this could be a little iffy, I think.
I think there's 2 no-brainers.
Okay, you tell me. Go ahead.
Cooper Kupp for sure.
Yes.
And I think the second no-brainer is Robert Woods.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's 1 and 2 on my list.
Yes.
Now, you got 4. Go ahead.
Oh.
I get 4?
2 more.
Wow.
2 more.
Well, all right.
Don't do it.
So
Don't
the
do it.
next guy I'm going to put in there is Brandon Cooks.
Don't. Bing. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
The era of the Archer was real.
Brandon Cooks was still is
Yes.
a pretty good football
Still
player.
playing.
Brandon Cooks changed games.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
For a while was
Where
the
you
best
gonna
weapon
go now?
on offense.
You could go 2 ways.
And then 4th.
I'm curious what the second one is. The first one
Well, it's a
is
no-brainer.
Puka.
That's it.
Right.
What's the other way?
If you wanted to be a little bold,
Yeah.
because of his impact at that moment,
OBJ?
you could, based on the impact at that moment.
He played
I have him
7 games,
But
8
the
games?
impact in that season, in that moment,
Chris, I got
are they in that Super Bowl without OBJ?
I have another list called the what ifs, and he's on it. Yeah,
Okay.
Brian
Interesting.
Quick is another one. Jamon Brown was
You
the
think
starter.
it's Puka?
No, Puka's on the list.
Puka's the
all
fourth?
decade. You have a year where you break records, you're on the list. You're on the list, no doubt.
OBJ was a Super Bowl year.
I put him down
They
as one of
won
the
the
biggest
Super
what ifs.
Bowl.
What ifs of the decade.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I want to argue with you. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
We're talking about a 9-year window.
Yeah.
Puka Nakuma's been on the team 2 years.
that's-
and one of those years he missed half the year.
That's why I got him fourth. If I cut it
Okay.
down to 3 players only,
He's
he
the
wouldn't be
first to
on the
go.
list.
But
Absolutely.
one full year was the record-breaking year, the best year of a rookie of all
it was
time.
great.
That's
It
why I
was-
gave
yeah.
you 4
Okay.
right there. Specialists, special teamers, returners, I got 2. Farrow Cooper went to the Pro Bowl. Remember him.
Are we pretending that game against Atlanta in the playoffs didn't happen?
Absolutely.
Because when you say Farrell Cooper,
that comes
couple
up.
of things come to mind.
Right.
The first fumble and the second fumble, both in the same
But
game.
he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been there without
Yeah,
him.
that's
So
a tough
Farrow
one.
Cooper was there and Tavon
Can we
Austin.
not give Tavon Austin that gig?
Well, I got 2. So
Okay.
Farrow's my kick returner. Tavon is my punt returner.
Okay.
I couldn't pick between the 2.
Are you going kicker? You got a kicker on you?
I do have a kicker.
I'm interested to hear that.
Greg the leg.
It's the easiest one. He kicked you right into the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's
what was
Greg
that one
Zuerlein.
was the one in New Orleans a 58-yarder?
55.
55?
Yes.
It was a bomb.
We're going to Atlanta, boys.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
that moment. It's
He was
before
a
the
different
call.
stroke, too.
Absolutely, and he
Yeah.
still is
Oh,
a
no.
Wildcat.
Yeah.
Media days with him were always interesting.
Yeah.
He floats, doesn't he? All right, defensive end or edge?
Or we cut Johnny Hecker, obviously the punter.
Of course,
Yeah.
yes. And McQuaid is my long snapper.
Sure.
Yeah, they were the greatest battery I've ever seen. They were so funny. All right, let me jump. So real quick, Robert Quinn. I got Leonard Floyd. I have to put him in there, and Samson Ebukam. I have to
Are we
throw
talking
him
about
in.
like edge guys?
Edge guys and defensive ends,
I'm
and
gonna take
then
a page out of Morales' book.
in parenthesis, I have
I
to
think
put
I know where
Jared
you're
Verse.
going. I think I know where you're going.
Go ahead and say it.
No, go ahead.
Von Miller.
Yeah.
It was short.
I know.
It was
It's
very,
but
very
again,
short.
They
impactful.
won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and he was a big reason
He
why.
had, 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, I think, at least?
And it's Von Miller. It wasn't, yes.
Was
but he
his
always-
contribution more important than Samson Ebukam?
Yes.
For the entire decade,
No.
not just 8 games.
No, but it's Von Miller, and it wasn't like he was just here. He was massively impactful.
Okay, I put him as a what if because he could have re-signed here, and
Yeah.
he chose the money in Buffalo.
Okay.
Just to me, it's the same about Sue.
That's my what if.
Yeah.
See? Okay, so
Because that season, without Sue, Aaron Donald probably doesn't have. How
Here's
many
where-
sacks was it? Ended up?
here's where my
22?
defensive
Yeah.
tackle-ism comes up. So defensive tackles are Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers,
Okay. Sure.
Mr. Solid.
Although Maker Bikers was once very mean to me in the locker room.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Brock? Really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And I put in Ndamukong Suh.
You
that
have
was,
to,
that
because-
was the best front I've ever seen
Yes.
in my entire life.
Can I make an argument?
And the season after, they really missed Sue not being there.
Sue was here 1 year, and
1
I'm
year.
not saying this guy is as good of a player as Sue because he's not, at least not yet. And we'll see. What about Kobe Turner?
Okay, see, he's on the list.
Yeah.
I need to see this year.
Kobe Turner, 2 years, both 2 very good, or 3. He's finished 2 years.
Right.
This will be year number 3. He's been really good the whole time.
But the line with him and AD was impenetrable. It was incredible.
Okay.
Okay, he's there. You're
Okay.
right. Okay, inside backers, this was tough. Alec Ogletree
Yeah.
was the guy they liked and paid.
Yeah.
Corey Littleton came
Yeah.
out of nowhere, had a great year, signed
Made
with
a
the
Pro
Raiders.
Bowl.
Made a Pro Bowl. Mark Barron is on my list as inside linebackers because he was a hybrid type. He went from weak safety to starting inside linebacker and was pretty damn
We're going to
good.
go over the same argument again.
Okay, go ahead.
The team was lousy this year, but he wasn't. He's only here for 1 season. What about Bobby Wagner?
It's 1 year.
I know.
It's 1 year, and
He had a pretty
Bo-
great year.
Bob- Bobby
was
Wagner was the
fantastic.
only guy on that team that was having a monster year that year.
and he belongs to the Seahawks.
And he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a 1 year deal. It was weird. I'm right there with
I
you.
think of all the positions on the Rams,
Plus decade, right? Okay.
that the Rams have. I want to find the best way to say this without being disrespectful, but the one that the Rams have emphasized the least, shall we say, I might say care the least about, but emphasize the least, is middle linebacker.
Fair enough. Devalued.
Devalued.
Yes,
Thank
fair
you.
enough. Absolutely. Quarterbacks have gone up. You got to take the
Yep.
money from somewhere. Running backs and linebackers.
Okay.
All right. Cornerbacks. Tremaine Johnson.
True, easy.
At one point was
Ramsey,
your guy.
easy.
Jalen Ramsey. Darius Williams is on my list.
I think so too.
Okay. And the guy that we always forget talking about, and it's not Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Oh, I love Nickel.
Slot God was one of the best slot corners we've ever seen. But as far as all-around guy, Troy Hill is on my list.
Go Ducks.
As far as the decade is concerned, absolutely. Marcus Peters.
I want to put Nickel Roby-Coleman in there just because I liked him.
Of course. Throw him in there.
And by the way, got away with the greatest non-call in the history of the NFL. He's got to be on there.
Was not his fault.
Yeah, no, he didn't do anything other than make a play.
Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib are all my greatest what-ifs. If you could have kept that secondary together.
God, that brings back memories of when they wouldn't let Aqib Talib to come to Media Day because they were worried he was going to say some
Those
stuff.
two guys in the same backfield.
How long was Marcus Peters here? 2 years?
Just under.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him in the second year.
Really fast.
Yeah.
No doubt. Okay, safety. John Johnson III is my number one safety.
I know one name I want to hear. Keep going.
T.J. McDonald is also a guy that we don't talk enough about. Heat-seeking missile. When they say play the ball or the man, he never got that message. He's going through your neck. I love and LaMarcus Jordan.
There it is.
Took a lot of heat from a lot of people.
LaMarcus was good for the Rams.
Super solid.
Yeah, LaMarcus was good for the Rams.
And a guy I have to give a nod to because of like Von Miller, like Sue, Eric Weddle. Off the couch, right to the Super Bowl.
Torn pec.
For like 1 month, 2 months?
For 1 month.
It was just the playoffs, right?
It was just the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah.
He is the Walker Buehler of Rams. He is always welcome to the party, no matter what. I don't
care. Mind it. I don't mind it.
Eric Weddle is that guy.
Another
Jordan
guy
Fuller, I wish I could put on the list, but
he walked in 10 minutes before he walked in. You know what I mean? Another guy, Weddle.
Well, never mind.
Wow.
Who's the coach?
Duh.
And wait a minute. Fisher should at least get like one vote.
From himself?
And one last dude for the football files out there, all the coaches. My favorite special teams players. Chase Reynolds.
Okay.
He's a running back in the National Football League for 5 seasons and doesn't have a carry.
That's impressive.
That's how you know you can play special teams.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the guy that changed the course of Rams history, Nick Scott, for blowing up Deebo Samuels and becoming a pretty good safety to boot.
Wasn't Nick Scott the guy, too, that had Tom Brady's last interception until Brady decided to
he
come
came
back again?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
he picked him off in the playoffs, and that was going to be the last one, and then Brady decided to have one more year.
Ruined it. You owe me money. Yes. That's my all-decade team. So a lot of good players, but there's a lot of room for some guys this year. I hope Alaric Jackson can get back out there. He's got the ability. He's got the want to. He just got paid.
14-3, baby. 14-3.
I mean, watch out for all this D line. You got Verse, you got Fisk, you got all these guys that can get on
the guys that if we did this 5 years from now, that you had to Verse and Fisk are on that team.
Verse, Fisk, and Kobe Turner.
Yeah,
but you got a long way to go with.
What about
Brock.
Byron Young?
Byron Young is a dude that's he gets lost in the shuffle a lot, and he's learning to be a great pass rusher and a great edge guy. He may be one of those dudes that has 14, 15 sacks based on the looks that he's not getting because of the other guys.
You mentioned Walker Buehler a second ago. He's having a miserable season in Boston, and his name keeps popping up back here in L.A. Any interest at all? That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my friends, my good friends, my longtime friends at Rotolo Chevrolet and what they do year after year after year. You know this. You've heard me say this a million times. They win Dealer of the Year, and they win it by taking care of you, by making sure you get exactly what you want at the price you want, with customer service that's going to knock your socks off, that is going to make you tell everybody that's looking for a car, oh, you got to go to Rotolo Chevrolet. Oh, you're thinking about a Silverado? You got to go to Rotolo Chevrolet because it's transparent, it's courteous, it's upfront. You're going to feel great about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. That is their goal every single day, and they knock it out of the park. That's why Mike Capozio's dancing and having a great time on TV. That's why his entire team out of Rotolo, Eddie, Armando, Frank, all of the guys, Michael, everybody out there is committed to making sure that you have the customer service experience of your life. So, if you've been thinking about a Chevy, especially if you've been thinking about a Silverado, get yourself out to Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210, Sierra Avenue exit in Fontana, you can't miss it. They're right there. If you do not live in Fontana, if you're not in the 909, the IE, and you're thinking, I don't know, Trav, man, I'm in Long Beach, I'm in the Valley, I'm up in Ventura, wherever it might be. Easy. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in or go online, make sure they know that Travis sent you in.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Flip-flops on. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Summer Bash. Live entertainment, carnival food, and freebies all weekend long.
Number 2.
Mosen's Happy Hour, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. and Friday, noon to 5 p.m.
And the number 1 reason.
The $50,000 giveaway. 16 table gamers get $2,500 in promo chips, 6 to 9 p.m. And one winner gets $10,000 cash at 10 p.m. the 29th.
Morongo. Good times.
Keep it right here for the very best coverage of the 2025 NBA Draft. All your ESPN LA Draft coverage is driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And for a limited time, NextGen is offering $500 off any whole home water purification system. You may not know it, but our water here in SoCal contains pesticides, lead, forever chemicals, chlorine, and more. Call 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. CSLB number 1011173. NextGen, here for you now and for years to come.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGen.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
The biggest event of the summer is coming to Honda Center. Saturday, June 28th. Most Valuable Promotions presents global boxing star Jake Paul on his path to becoming world champion. Taking on Mexico's former world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. In the co-main event, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez defends his world titles against Cuba's knockout artist, Yuniel Dorticos. Former boxing and UFC champ Holly Holm returns live from the Honda Center on Saturday, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So Mario Farr, older brother of DeMarco Farr, is going to call us here in a little bit, right?
Is he on the line yet?
I don't think so.
He has not called in.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay. He's a working man now.
I get it.
So I gave him the studio number. I gave him an approximate time.
Okay.
So,
I'm not worried. I think he'll be here.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy each other's company.
I do too.
You guys are going to be able to talk golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can just tune out and do my own thing, which is awesome.
Okay, before he gets on, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I give him a hard time at all? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I want to be respectful.
Yeah.
I want to be friendly, but I also want to have a good time because I know I can give you a hard time.
Yeah.
I know how you're going to receive it.
Same guy, except he's got the game to back it up.
Okay.
And he's going to lead because when he hits a nice shot or does something and you
he's going to chirp?
Well, he's going to look. He's going to say something, or maybe not. I don't know.
Is your brother really strong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But not football. Like, he's really given over to the golf thing.
No, I understand. But he's generally speaking, he's a strong man.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means he is tearing his body up playing golf. This is not a good sport for your body. You know this, right?
Well, it depends. It depends on how you play. It's bad for your back. It's good for just about everything else.
Explain that, please.
A lot of twisting and turning and this kind of stuff, but you're out there, you're moving. Motion is the lotion, DeMarco.
Okay, I keep hearing that.
If you're out there moving, you're out there moving.
I saw a little kid. It's a video that's been going around. He's hitting a tee shot, and he's wearing diapers. And it's one of the best shots in the world.
Oh, that's like some Tiger Woods stuff.
Right, but I'm like, the kid's body it moves. That's who should be able to play golf.
Jorge, did you send me the video yesterday of the guy with one arm playing golf?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he makes like a birdie or whatever like that.
Yeah. So he's got one arm, I believe it's his left. He's a right-handed player. He has his left arm.
Correct.
And his right arm, it looks like it's been amputated right below the shoulder.
Up to the elbow, I believe.
Yeah. So he does not have use of his right arm. That guy hits the ball farther than I do.
Really?
With one arm.
Okay, yeah.
That was both remarkably impressive and deeply discouraging.
I thought there was a trend of one-handed golf that was coming.
I've played a lot of golf in a lot of places. I've never seen anybody playing with one hand that didn't have to.
Okay, there was this kid that was doing it. He was he's doing it with one hand, and he's
there
teeing
might
off,
be a trick shot here and there.
Miles, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I've seen Tiger Woods can hit one on his knees 10 times farther than I can hit one standing up.
Okay,
just because
fair
he's
enough.
Tiger. And
what was that one he used to do with the tap, 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 tap?
It's the greatest Nike commercial in history.
Can you do that?
Not like that.
Okay.
I can bounce a ball on a wedge 5 or 6 times before I miss it.
And then hit it out of the air?
Yeah, I could do that.
You could do that?
Not
Show
like
me.
that.
Okay.
Not like that, but yeah. I could bounce it 3 times and hit it.
Okay, if I give,
but he bounced it 30 times between his legs,
with
behind
it.
his back, over his shoulder,
That's
both
a little much.
hands.
Yeah,
I don't
like
have
messy.
anything near that.
It's crazy what they could do.
What we have in here right now, DeMarco, are the bowls from Islands, fine burgers and drinks at Island. I got the chicken one in front of me. We're talking about, of course, the Sandpiper Bowl, which is chicken breast, mushrooms, Swiss cheese, lettuce, and tomato. I've had a couple of bites during the break. It's delicious.
Okay, this will be my first bite of chicken.
Yeah,
in a
you're
long
going
time.
into the deep end.
Well, if one thing is going to make me go back, it's going to be this right here with the mushrooms.
That
and
first
the cheese.
bite was pretty good.
Really?
Just
okay.
giving you a heads up. There's a Hawaiian bowl.
That's one I have.
What's in that? And would you
It
like
looks
me-
great. It has it's pineapple, Swiss cheese, teriyaki sauce, onions, lettuce, and tomato. So
Awesome.
when it's protein bowls.
Anybody get on that Kilauea bowl? Because that's got jalapeno and black pepper crusted burger, a pepper jack cheese slice, Islands Reds, chipotle
Give me the
aioli,
jalapeno.
let's, and tomato.
Give me the
Jorge's got
jalapeno.
that one.
Yeah, I got that one.
Crystal, any of these scratch your fancy?
I might have to get
Catch your fancy, I should say.
the Sandpiper Bowl.
That's what I'm working on.
Right
It's
here.
quite good.
Yes. Okay.
It is quite good. We're waiting for Mari to call in there. Don't forget that today at 10:30 coming up.
11:30.
11:30. Thank you, Chris. That would be 10:30 would be hard to do today. Today at 11:30 for the first annual Listeners Game Draft for All-Star Friday Night, presented by the law office of DeMarco Joseph S. Normand. My team, Team Trav, against his team, Team DeMarco. Coming up about 22 minutes from right now at 11:30. When accidents happen, we step up to the plate. That, of course, the law office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. Walker Buehler's having a dreadful season. He's, statistically speaking, of those who qualify, he's having one of the worst seasons in the American League.
Wow.
He's having a really rough go of it. He is not. And he was talking about it. The quotes were, I still feel like I can pitch in this league. I still feel like my arm works right. I still feel like I can get some guys out. But the results are not there. And at some point, I have to have some results. I have to feel like I'm helping my team and the organization. And just for my own, sanity, I need to go start getting some people out. A couple of different things. Let's start with this. Is this not a really good example of how good the Dodgers are at what they do?
First thing I was thinking as you're speaking, they're so smart. And thank you for saving us from this, because we'd have to be dumping on the guy right now.
And you'd be conflicted because he is an incredibly important part of the last 10 years, maybe not 10, maybe let's call it 5 or 6 years.
World Series.
Sure did.
Yes.
He sure did.
Yes.
And he showed up at the absolute most important times and gave you everything he had. He never once bitched about it. He never once was, there are some guys that'll take the ball when they're less than 100%, and there are some guys who will not. He's in the first group.
I'm dying to know who you're not talking about.
I think we all know who we're talking about. That he's a guy that will go out there and go for it, even though he's not his best. Had he not finished the show in New York with the Maximus where his hands out to the side, are you not entertained? God only knows what happens after that, right? Because he was one of the starting pitchers of this team. Now, all of a sudden, he's unavailable, coming up a couple of days later. He went out there and gave everything he had and won. And
How old is he again?
He's probably closing in on 30.
Oh, well,
Maybe 27 or 8.
30 is retirement age.
He's 30 right now.
Yeah.
30's.
He's had 2 arm surgeries.
Yeah.
He's thrown a lot of pitches. He is of the era where it is max effort all the time, max spin all the time. He's wildly competitive. He's going for it on every pitch and every bullpen, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, of course.
It might be that there's not a lot of gas left in that tank.
How bad is he sucking this year?
I'll give you some numbers,
because
but
I have
it's
a question, because I bet people will still pay for it. So
Well-
if you can pitch that bad and still get paid, then keep pitching then.
Well, the Red Sox have to pay for it because they already signed up for it.
He has a 6.29 ERA.
He's got a 6.92 ERA. His whip is almost 1.6, which that means there's a guy and a half on base every inning, that he's pitching in traffic every single inning. Now, the Red Sox may designate for him assignment. They may put him on waivers, all of these different things. So there may be a way to get out of it without eating all of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Any interest in bringing him back? The Dodgers, a little shorthand in the rotation. It's getting better. Locked On
I'd
Dodgers
rather
has some
see
good stuff
him
on
than
that.
Teo pitch. I wish you could do that to end that stupid stuff we were talking about. I'd rather see him pitch.
That's a different conversation, but you don't need him to pitch mop-up innings. You might need him to pitch real innings. Do you have any interest in that?
Sure. He's Walker Buehler. I mean...
He's Walker Buehler with a whip of 1.6. He's Walker Buehler with an ERA of nearly 6.
I figure if I get him back within the confines of Dodgerdom, I can straighten him out and use him to the best of his ability.
What was
of
his
course
ERA
I would be
last year
interested.
before he started to be good? Because last year, he was poor. until he was great, until they needed him in the postseason. And he wasn't even like lights out in the postseason until, that World Series clinching inning.
And I'm a beggar. I can't be a chooser. I need every arm I can get.
His ERA last year was 5.38.
Okay. So he's not that far off.
It's not.
Yeah.
But you're betting on a hunch rather than you're betting on what your eyes are telling you.
I'm betting on Walker Buehler. I'm betting on the letters in front. That's going to change him.
Yeah. And I think the reason I'd be willing to take a chance on it, there's no downside. If he stinks, okay.
I can't lose. Well, I can lose.
No, because you don't use him in the moment. There are guys coming back. If this is somebody to use to get to the All-Star break, beyond the All-Star break, to the beginning of August, to the middle of August, to the beginning of September, whatever it is, you're going to need some guys to just eat some innings, whether they're good innings or not good innings. It almost doesn't matter.
You can come back and deliver pizza. Absolutely. You used to own the shop.
And knowing when to move on from a guy is as important as knowing when to go get a guy. And let's use the Lakers and the Dodgers as an example. And let's use this as an example, too, because the Lakers are going to operate like the Dodgers sooner than later, right? When Alex Caruso came up, the Lakers made a decision, we're going to be okay without him. Probably a mistake, right? He's gone on and played really well in this league, landed on another championship team, an important part of another championship team. When the Dodgers move on, and again, fan favorite Alex Caruso, good player Alex Caruso, the Dodgers with Walker Buehler, who won the World Series, said, you know what? Here's what works for us. If you can do better somewhere else, you should go do that. And it was the right decision.
I was never expecting him to be as great as he was towards the end anyway. So even if he doesn't have that moment, which might have been the biggest moment next to Freddie?
It's certainly up there.
One or two.
Yeah.
1 or 1A.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest moment. I wasn't expecting that. So
No, but sometimes teams will get caught up in the emotion of it all, right? Like, because he was drafted by the Dodgers, because he was an important part of an original Dodger, he'd only played for the Dodgers, he'd pitched in big games.
I wouldn't let that blind me from what my eyes tell me.
Won the World Series twice for them, was the best pitcher on the team in 2020, was certainly instrumental in them winning in 2024. That could be one of those, just give him another deal.
We made it home from Vegas on a spare tire, and as soon as you can change it, you change it. But if you have an opportunity to bring him back and there's a job and there's, I wouldn't say a job like a starter's job, but if there's help
there's
needed.
a vacancy.
Absolutely. Of course I would sign him back. He's earned that.
Not at this price. And if you can just bring him in and it's just money, okay, that doesn't really matter. But if there's any sort of trying to give away something to get something, I don't want to pay even a discounted price for this at this point.
Can I ask you a quick question? Okay, so let's pretend I saw these. It's great. It was Shohei in a Dodgers uniform, but it said Lakers.
Okay.
So they're melding the two. So let's pretend that the Dodgers have already taken over the Lakers.
Yeah.
Do you think the Bronny thing happens? That's what I
almost
thought.
cussed on the air.
Okay.
I nearly dropped an F-bomb on this show for the first time
When you were
ever.
going through the Walker Buehler thing, the first thing I thought was, okay, I wonder if the Bronny thing would play with new ownership.
Now, if the Bronny thing, and again, this doesn't work just
because I don't think you're carrying people for the sake of carrying people. You're carrying people
We're
that can help
decisions.
you win. Right.
We're making decisions.
Right. Okay.
You know who was beloved by the Dodger fans? Loved him. Maybe one of the more popular Dodgers of the entire quarter century. Just deeply, deeply beloved. Justin Turner.
Oh.
Is he here anymore?
Nope. Got to go.
Nope.
Got to go.
You know why? Because they said, this is what we're willing to do, and that's that.
That's what I was thinking.
Walker Buehler is on a different team.
It's not about emotion anymore. It's about wins and losses and what can you do for us?
No.
Yes.
And you want us to do what? Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Why not? Because it's not good for the team. Because we can sign him as a free agent. Now, would they have signed him as a free agent? Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. But draft him? I
Probably
don't think
not.
So.
Yeah, that's
I don't
weird.
think so.
Yep.
I didn't do it.
I can't wait for the era to begin. That'll be fun.
Text Mario. Get him a call.
Is he still hadn't called yet?
Still hasn't called.
Oh, okay.
We're looking for.
I know he's not ducking. That's not what he does. He may be busy.
No, I didn't think
and
he's
I'm not
ducking.
calling him because if I call him and he's in a meeting and I interrupt him, then I catch it.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you not text?
Okay. See, this is the dude that will put me in a corner with a look. You're right. So I'll just wait. I gave him the number. I gave him the info.
What if it's just a question mark? Nothing else in the text other than just a question mark.
Okay, like I said, you had golf balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with your
Those
name
are my
on.
golf balls, buddy.
No,
but now I got 25 extra bucks.
I'll give you his address. You can go get them.
No,
there you go.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Cal Raleigh mentioned someone that got mentioned twice now in the last couple of weeks, and well, it's one of those guys we were talking about a second ago. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason in Ireland today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
For people who don't know, Mark Walter is the head of the Guggenheim Group that runs the Dodgers. And Mace, you have always said, what you really want is Yankees West.
Yankees West.
With endless deep pockets. We now have not as much money as Steve Ballmer, but pretty darn close.
Damn close.
This is massive.
The OGs of LA Sports Talk.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
See America your way in a new Subaru from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, like a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with just 2.9% financing for 48 months, or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with just 3.9% financing for 72 months. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com or come into Ocean Subaru on Euclid Street in Fullerton. Wherever the journey takes you, it starts here at Ocean Subaru.
Approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 6/30/2025.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit Crypto.com Arena/tours for more info.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, good boy.
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
About 10 minutes away from our listener draft for All-Star Friday night, Team Travis versus Team DeMarco. Have you scouted the list yet?
I have. The funny thing is, comparing notes, I think we have the same people earmarked.
I'm sure we probably have a lot of crossover.
That's okay. We can negotiate.
That's about 10 minutes away. All-Star Friday night, of course, happening Friday, July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. You'll also enjoy the 7:10 softball game after the listener game, which a lot of people doubting Team Cappy. But you got Mike Trudell now. Trudell's coming in today with John, so we can.
Okay.
I think him and I will nudge each other. Maybe not in front of you.
please don't. There, speak of the devil. He's right there. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
We were just talking nudges, Trudell. So
Nudgy.
you and Morales can nudge later.
Oh, yeah, we're going to nudge, especially with the good news now.
The big dumper.
I might give him the
There you
big
go.
dumper, too, and the oil can. Might just do it all.
Wow.
I don't think you can do both at the same time. That could throw your back out.
No idea.
I mean,
Never
you
crossed
never
my
know.
mind.
It could happen. You know what I'm doing today?
What?
I'm going to go get a new suit today.
You're not going to wait for my tailor, the great Raj
I
Kiswani, to take
have
care of
something to do on Saturday. I need to do it today.
What color suit?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn myself over to the mercy of.
Where are you going?
Nordstrom.
Okay.
I met somebody at last year's Mandy's.
Okay.
A friend of Mark Cates, who I've been in touch with. She is a stylist who has been offering for a long time to help me get outfitted for things.
Sweet.
And I'm taking her up on it.
Nice.
So the question is, do I go with something that I can wear to a million different places, or do I go with something a little bit more out of my comfort zone?
Step way out of character. What was the guy's name? We mentioned Superbad.
Well, it's Nordstrom. You can't go that far.
Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill. Jonah
I
Hill
would go-
completely
I would
changed
go blue suit.
everything.
I'd go blue.
Like what shade of blue? Navy?
No.
No.
I would go a lighter blue.
Like your shirt?
Yeah, that's fine.
Something you
What
wouldn't
about
do.
brown?
No, I'm not going to
Nah.
do brown. I won't wear. I would never
I don't think
wear it again.
I don't think Travis could pull
Green.
off brown.
Green.
Go with a
No,
gray.
No green.
no,
I had a
green.
green suit back in the day.
Yeah,
Go with a gray.
No, he's
I
got a
have
gray.
I have gray and I have black.
Yeah. So do a blue.
Tan.
Interesting.
Tan. There you go.
Interesting.
That's
But
what you don't have.
tan's
Why
like
are you shrugging
only
your
summer.
shoulders?
Yeah. What?
Why are you shrugging your shoulders at tan?
Well, if you have to wear, I mean, it's fine. What is the event you have to go to?
It's a wedding.
Tan feels very
Tan.
casual. I know it's
Yeah.
not, but it feels like only you can
You
wear that.
remember what
at the
happened when
beach.
Obama wore that tan suit?
What
It
was
didn't
his-
stop.
Remember when that was a big deal?
That was a big deal.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's wearing a tan suit.
What's his
Wow,
name?
what a bum.
Andy Garcia's
tan
role
suit.
in Ocean's 11.
Are you
He's
trying
the
to bring-
casino manager?
There you go.
Yeah, but he,
Get one of his suits.
but he also had exotic vesting and all
Yeah,
kinds
the
of
pinstripes.
I'm not going exotic. The
Yeah.
question is the color. Like I
Double-breasted?
No,
Don't shrug on that.
I'm not. It's
If
not
you-
for me.
With
It's
your
not for me.
figure
That's for
now,
Sean McVay.
It's not for me.
With your figure now, you can pull it off.
Double-breasted, I don't like the way it looks on me. I've
Okay.
tried on the jackets. It's not my cup of tea. The question is, do I get another dark suit or a lighter suit?
Get a lighter suit.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'd go a blue.
I go dark. I think dark's
I have
going to
dark.
be much more versatile.
It 100%
but
is.
your suits
but
currently
I
don't
have
fit.
dark. I know.
Well,
This
okay.
one's not going to fit forever either. This is
Well, you think you're going to get skinnier than this?
no. I'm going to go the other way. It's inevitable.
No, don't say that.
It's inevitable.
No,
I'm not saying I'm going to put all the weight back on,
Well,
but
that's not a good thing to say.
but I'm not going to be at this for the next 5 years.
Really?
No way.
You
No
don't
way.
enjoy being at this?
I do, but I
Okay.
also it takes a lot of work.
How much? You just walk.
He
And you
does
don't-
like 6 or 7 miles a day.
Well, scale.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you could do 4.
I'm doing 6 or 7 a day, and I'm barely getting a tie.
Okay, but you don't need 6 or
You're
7.
okay,
you could do
Travis.
4 and be fine.
You're not gonna
and
go
just
back.
don't eat McDonald's every day.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in a long time.
There you
Okay,
go.
but you
The point is, let's not take our eye off the ball. This is something that I will probably not have in the rotation for years to come. This is something that will be a short-term rotation item.
But of like, okay, let's say there's 10 events you can go to.
Yeah.
A tan suit works for one of them. And that's a lot of money to put into like a 10% wear.
That's what I mean. Why not?
Yeah,
Go all out. You don't
I-
have that. It's the one thing you don't have in the bag.
Yeah. All right. Blue doesn't sound bad, but I like.
Go brown.
Universal.
No, not brown. Brown. No. Blue's interesting. I like blue.
Well, blue is very much. So my tailor would say, blue can work for everything because now the darker blue that I have, which is more of a navy
Yeah.
pinstripe, a lighter blue, kind of like this shirt or something like that, can be very outside your comfort zone. With a white shirt and a white hanky, it cuts through.
Here's a good one. What about a sparkly pinstripe like Nicole Kidman in the AMC ads?
I don't know if he's going to find that in Nordstrom.
I pinstripe is unless it's a very subtle pinstripe.
I don't
I'm not
think you
going
can pull
bold.
out pinstripe.
Oh, no, my guy's going to make you a bold pinstripe.
Yeah,
but he also has to measure everything.
Yeah.
He's a custom.
Left or right?
Everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Everything
that's how
has to be measured.
That's how you got to
Make
do
sure
it.
you don't get it from that bin like Michael Scott did that
Oh,
had the women's
ladies'
clothes.
pants, yeah, with the no pockets in the back. Listed all week, Sonato and Cap for your chance to win a pair of VIP tickets to the biggest pro wrestling convention this Saturday, June 28th, Hilton LAX. Listen for your cue to call. You can be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN to get 2 tickets with VIP access to LAX Fan Fest plus 1 autograph. DeMarco by Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson.
Listen
sir.
to Sedano and Cap for your chance to win, or visit FanFestLAX.com for tickets.
Richard, sit out Powerball.
By the way, so you should ask Trudell, because Trudell has a tan suit. I don't have a tan suit. I have tan blazers.
What
but not
about
suit.
like a really lighter gray?
It's just another gray suit.
That's safe. Safe.
I mean, back in the day, I had 3 different gray suits. I now have a gray pinstripe suit. I think gray is fine, but again,
what about
it's gray.
purple, like Zastro?
You can't.
I don't see Travis pulling off the purple. By the way, what's
or
going
like
on?
the Joker.
What's going on with Mario Farr?
I have no idea.
Is he just ducking Travis now? Is he afraid?
I don't know.
He's afraid of the smoke?
He's
Do
afraid.
you know anybody that works in like Raytheon security, all that stuff?
I don't.
Every now and then they just go radio silent.
Why are we pulling off a heist?
I don't know.
Well, that's like my friends who work for the State Department, and then you're like, yeah, they're like, don't ask me where I'm going for the
That's
next
what I'm
couple
saying.
weeks.
Every now and then he just goes radio silent, so he'll call if he can call.
Somebody's doing that stuff.
Right. Well,
wait a minute, he's not even confirmed to golf?
No, he's going.
Oh, okay.
He's going. He just wanted to call in and.
Well, what if he has another mission that
No,
calls the
he's
night
good.
before?
He golfs. He sets aside time for golf. He just wanted to talk to you.
I want to talk to him.
He wants to vet you too. He
I
doesn't want
understand.
me to waste. He doesn't want you to waste his time.
Oh, there's no way,
same as the other
There's
one.
no way Travis is wasting his time. Travis is smoking him.
I understand what he wants to know, and because
Exactly.
I want to know the same things.
Can you spell Indomitian? Like
With-
Indomitian Sue? Can you
It's
spell the name?
with an N?
Anybody want to try?
Yeah, N.
I'm giving you the list. Go ahead.
I'm trying to visualize.
I'll give you the first 2. ND.
Yeah.
You need to have a spelling bee later because remember last time we did that with
Yeah.
Brian Cohen? That was pretty funny.
Indomitian. I was up in Portland. He is all over Portland. He's from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's from there. They love him there. Like
What's
he's
he
a
doing?
nice guy there.
I wouldn't have come within
Got his
100
money.
miles of this.
NDAMUKONG.
I knew there was a
Any
G
chance?
at the end.
Yeah, no
But,
chance at all. Okay.
But the rest in the middle after the NDOM.
I'm going to send you
Indomu Kong
the Indomitian Sue. Yeah, super rich guy. He's got what's the guy? Warren Buffett on speed dial.
Oh, that's right. He's a Nebraska
He's
guy.
an investor. Yeah.
It was so funny because early on in his career, he was kind of thought of as a real dirty player with some of the stuff. And then don't give me that look.
He was a dirty player.
He was, but really his ending, and especially that season with the Rams, he kind of turned that around. And then he went to the Bucks.
They should have won that Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, except
And didn't they fight in that game, Indomitian Sue and somebody on the Rams? Because I think they tried to go after
Indomitian
Brady.
Sue got in a lot of fights because he did a lot of stuff.
There's guys in this world that I wouldn't mind if you got pissed off and we had to throw hands.
Yeah.
He's not one of them.
Right.
Really.
No,
There's
he's
way
a
I would
real
try
one.
to fight that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No. You could tell because of the things that he would do on the field, the way that people reacted to him, it was not, I'm willing to fight you. It's like, dude, what the hell are you
They
doing?
wouldn't even talk trash
That's
to
what
him.
I'm saying.
Well, early on,
other NFL players turned
Right.
around and went the other way.
Yeah, and early on it was coming out that like even though he was the guy stomping on people, he was giving a lot of money to charity, and he was
He's a great
good
guy.
human being,
Yeah.
but did some nasty stuff.
I've met his friends of his mom, who is a teacher in the area. Just so happened to have dinner when I was up there with them, and they just were how much of it when he was growing up. We all knew him. He was a great kid. We all loved him. I'm like, do you know what he turned into?
Pretty good football player.
Pretty good, but just he was nuts at times. Yes.
Our All-Star Friday night listener draft coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, have you ever had to deal with chafing? Can't get it by him. See, he knows. He's just laughing because he's in pain. Why am I not laughing? Because I'm not in pain. I love it. I keep Highlands Chafing Relief close to me at all times. I don't need to give you lessons on what to do to prevent chafing. You already have it. So this is what you have to do right now. Go get some Highlands Chafing Relief. Keep it close. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water. If you're already dealing with chafing, trust me, Highlands Chafing Relief works, and it works fast. So I see a lot of guys, construction dudes, getting on those motorcycles. This will help you. The heat wave is coming. So if you want to run, ride, hike, do all the stuff you love doing, make sure you have some Highlands Chafing Relief on deck. It'll be great for your arms, your thighs, everywhere on your body. Chafage shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference right now. Available today at Walmart and Target.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. If you're injured in an accident, you got to call my guy Jacob. Why? Because his team will hold your hand throughout the entire process. He's been handling cases since the 90s. The consultation is free. He'll deal with the insurance company on your behalf, and you only pay Jacob if he wins. He's got the reputation and the clout to get you the compensation you deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, or visit calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
All right, we got a caller who says, I need to buy a car and I need to save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Hey, DeMarco Farr here. Join the club at Pechanga Resort Casino. New club members who sign up receive a $25 resort credit as well as a chance to win $100 in bonus credit. Enjoy perks like earning club dollars with every bet, invitations to exclusive promotions and events, and much, much more. Visit the club at Pechanga to sign up and start receiving benefits right away. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is available at Pechanga. Voted the best Southern California casino.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
It's a snake trap.
It is a snake trap, 11:34 on a live imaging Tuesday. The Travis and DeMarco Show as we prepare for All-Star Friday night, happening Friday, July 11th in West Covina at the West Covina Sportsplex. Of course, this will be the second time we do the 710 listeners game, thanks to our friends, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Call Joseph anytime. Why not? Now it is time to draft the teams. And this year we are not doing COT versus the Mafia. We're doing Team Travis versus Team DeMarco.
Let's go.
We have 36 names in front of us. We will draft 18 for each team. There are 4 pending. We haven't confirmed them, so we didn't put them on paper.
Okay.
But we begin. Did we flip the coin?
DeMarco won the rock, paper,
yes.
scissors.
So, DeMarco, you have the first pick. We are doing a snake draft, which means you will go first, then Travis will have 2 picks.
I'm going to pick Abdul Qudus Muhammad.
Also known as Radio Michael
That's going to be my first pick.
So
I love
he
what
is
he
off
had
the
to
board.
say.
He is off the board.
I will hustle better than Machado.
Well, that's a.
I will
hustle
get
more
your
than Machado.
lawnmower hat. Yes.
I think it's also convenient that he's the very first person listed here.
And I love the name, yes.
Yes, yeah, that is true. He is the first person on our list. Who are you picking with your second pick?
This is. I was going to take him first overall. I was afraid that you might grab him, DeMarco. I'm
Go
going to
for
take
it.
Alex Garcia downstairs.
Oh, you didn't do a snake draft.
Huh?
I thought he goes twice.
No, he doesn't get twice. It's 1, then 2, 3, then he gets 2, I get 2, he gets 2.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So who are you taking?
Alex Garcia downstairs.
Okay.
Security Alex. Who,
Security guard Alex.
I know Alex. I like Alex. I need a familiar face in there, so I'm going to take Alex as my #1 pick.
He's a Raider fan. I can't take him.
And then I'm going to take with my second pick. I'm going to take.
Don't you do it.
I'm going to take Alex Hernandez as my second choice.
Travis goes Hispanic heavy out of the gate.
That's right. Alex Hernandez is my second choice. His little special note is I played baseball at John Marshall High School, so I got a little baseball player right there. So I will take Alex Hernandez as well.
DeMarco.
So I have 2?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you not take a guy where it says I rake? Give me Carlos Sanchez.
He was on my list.
I like that.
Carlos Sanchez, the VP of the Handsome Man community. That's how he's known on Twitter.
And give me Frank Rodarte.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
I like
Frankie
to
Frank.
DJ funky jams.
Yes.
You got to keep the musician, the guy that keeps the tunes going. Yes.
Frankie Frank.
All right, so
Frankie Fresh is how he goes by. Frankie Fresh.
Let's see. Carlos Sanchez, you took.
I once saw Yachtly Crew with Carlos Sanchez.
Yeah. So on the list of these people that are going to play in this game, there's a fun fact section next to each of their names, and I'm going to read you this fun fact first before I tell you the man's name.
Hit it.
I've sent Travis a pic before of my cooler loading skills for a party, layered beer and ice. That is a man I need on my team. I'm going to take Cesar Hernandez.
See, it's like you pick Little League, right?
So Cesar Hernandez is my next pick. And I'm going to go with, and forgive me here for your last name, Jacob, but Jacob Migliaccio. I think if I'm doing that right,
Didn't the Cobra Kai beat him up?
Jacob Migliaccio played college baseball at UC Irvine.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a fellow Big West college baseball player.
DeMarco?
Okay, I'm going purely on what he put down here. I put out a car fire with a garden hose in front of a neighbor's
I saw
house.
that one.
I didn't start it. Is it Chave or Chave?
Chave, bro.
Keith Chave. I'll take him.
Okay.
And there was the other one. I usually don't fall for this. Okay, I want him just because we got to keep the team loose. Give me Vinnie Paul, professional stand-up comedian. I was going to go with the guy that said, "Go Dodgers, Angels suck," but that's kind of sucking up. Give me the professional stand-up comedian Vinnie Paul.
Who did you take before Vinny, DeMarco?
Chave. Chav.
Keith Chave.
Keith Chave.
Would he change his name to Dickie Lovelady just for the game?
He might.
Okay. All right. I am going to take Go Dodgers, Angels suck. I believe that is Robert Ojeda. I'm gonna take Robert because I like the note. So we got that right there. And then with my next choice, I'm going to go back to page number 1. I'm going to take Avante Craig, who says he played Little League. He led his team to the playoff win in the Bellflower Park League. So we got a little championship game experience in Avante Craig. I will take him. Yes.
I bet he can jump. Let's see. Do I have 2 again?
Yes.
Okay, why not? If you went with the Angels suck thing, right? So I'll go with the Dodgers are the best team. Daniel Bustamante.
Okay.
And I just love that name, Bustamante.
That's a good name.
Isn't that a great name?
It is a good name.
That's Bustamante is an awesome sports name. That's great. And I have one more. Why go Braves? I don't care about the Braves. Anybody care about the Braves?
Not in this room.
Okay, I don't know what this means, but I like it. Give me Stephen Bruning, avid softball player.
Yeah, he looks like Brian Kamenetsky.
Third Cam brother lives. That guy. Okay, I did meet him.
He came up on stage during the first Mandy's because he looked so much. Well, Travis brought him up.
Yeah.
He looked so much like a Cam.
Okay, then give me
I
Stephen
thought it was
Bruning.
Brian Kamenetsky for 5 minutes before I realized it was no longer
So did Andy.
Brian Kamenetsky.
I like that one.
All right, my turn?
Yes.
Give me David Pugaras.
Oh, yeah, David Pugaras.
Pugaras. Here's what the last line of his special note. I've been playing softball for 22 years.
That's nice.
Okay.
That feels like some good
I
experience.
feel like you're doing
right
more
there.
research than DeMarco by just looking at the actual sheet, but that's good.
And let's see. David Arias. I want this for sure. Give me Chris Ward because his special tactic is free weed and home runs. That's a pretty good selling.
That's
point.
hard to beat.
So I will take Chris
You
Ward.
have a good
as well.
vibes team with
Hard to
coolers,
beat.
free weed.
Yeah.
Yep, I sure do.
Hard to beat there.
I sure do.
DeMarco.
No crying in baseball. Jimmy Dugan. Give me Anthony Martinez. I like that one. And there's one more that's. Okay. This is a guy I thought you'd jump on because of what he put. Was present for Freddie's Grand Slam.
Where?
You missed that one.
Efren Rodriguez.
Efren Rodriguez. I thought that'd be your first pick.
I did miss
His
that.
nickname should be Effin Rodriguez.
I did miss that.
It just became that. Yes. That is your name.
All right.
Shape it up.
Let's see here. David Arias.
There is somebody that has hit a home run in an ESPN LA softball game yet that's not taken yet.
Okay, that's an interesting. I'm going to take Alan Flores.
Yes, the great Alan
Solid
Flores.
name. Yep.
I'm going to take Alan Flores. And let's see here. We've taken, not seeing that name. I will take Daniel Hurtado next.
Okay.
Played baseball through high school and then started playing men's softball, so
Nice
we got
choice.
some experience right there.
Okay. I'll give you. Are these my last 2? No.
I don't know.
No, there's more to go.
There's more to go?
Yeah.
Because all my names are all scratched. Okay, give me Jasmeet Nahar.
Yes.
Called my shot, hit a home run over DeAndre in Listeners versus ESPN game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's one more. I think, is this the guy you're talking about, David Arias?
Oh, I was talking about Yasmeet.
Oh, well, 2 of them have hits in these games. I got a hit last year as a listener or in the listener game. David Arias. That was your next pick?
Yeah.
So Jasmeet Nahar and David Arias.
Troy Lake.
Troy Lake.
He got one hit, and he struck out the rest of the time. I was giving him such a hard time. I said he looked like he just came out of jail.
I remember that guy, yeah.
Troy Lake.
All right.
I think he might stab me this year.
Is he the guy that struck out slow pitch?
Yes, that's the guy.
Oh, God. Can I amend?
No, you cannot.
It's on the board.
The card has been submitted to the commissioner. The pick is in.
Pitch. Oh, my God.
This has gone way too long. How did we miss this? There is a player by the name of Dennis Boyd.
Oh, wow.
Oil Can Boyd.
I can't get away
so
from it.
I'm taking Dennis
His
Boyd.
principal used to call him Oil Can as well.
Well, probably not for the same reason, but we can deal with it. Yeah, well, you never know, I guess. All right, so we're getting down to it. One more. See here, okay. I'm not picking this. I'm going to read a bio out loud.
Good.
At 8 years old, won a USSA and Pony Baseball Pinto World Series in a 3-week time frame.
That's not bad. That was a long time ago, but that's not bad.
That's the part that I'm
But
stuck
he might
on,
still
Chris.
have it.
8 years old. If we're hanging our hat on something that happened athletically that happened when we were 8.
Well, what if he's 16?
Oh, good point. I'll take Bryce Sealer. Give me Bryce Sealer. Good job, Bryce.
All right. Give me Daniel Botero. Played baseball, soccer, football in high school, big-time listener. And there's one more. I think that's the entire list for that side. Oh, give me Leo Santos. Go Braves. I got to figure out what that is. Braves.
I think he's come to a bunch of remotes. He loves the Braves. He talks about it all the time.
Braves aren't bad.
Thank you.
Go Braves.
All right, my next two. I'm going to take Mel Lozano, who says he was the MVP for the Mafia team last year. Cappy called him a ringer.
Yeah, we all said he was a ringer.
Oh, good. Then I'm glad, Mel. I'm glad you're on my squad. Miguel Gonzalez mentions the Angels, so we're going to keep moving.
That's the list, man.
No, it's not.
There's another person at the very bottom of that page 2.
Yeah,
there's
Rodgers 2. Yeah, take
There's
him.
2 at the
and
bottom
the
of
very
the
first
page.
person on page 2.
Yep.
I thought you took Carlos.
No.
No.
There's a different Carlos. I believe we have double
okay.
Carlos.
Yeah,
Carlos
we can have
Sanchez
more than
and
one Carlos,
Villa.
DeMarco.
Will you stop? You're trying to make something. Stop it.
I'm going to take another Alex. We're going to be Alex heavy.
Okay.
I'm going to take Alex Villa.
Oh, Alex Villa, okay.
I didn't take him already?
Did you take him
No,
already?
you didn't.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Are you writing this down, Emily?
I have.
We're trying to keep track, DeMarco.
Okay, I don't trust you. Give me Carlos Villa.
Okay.
And give me Robbie Doctor.
Looks like LMFAO.
Robbie Doctor.
Robbie Doctor,
Robbie
of course,
Doctor.
was part of the boy band in our last intern class.
Just so I fact check me here. Here's who's left: Miguel Gonzalez,
Correct.
George Rodriguez.
And
That's the
is
one.
that a G or an H?
That's a G.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Johnny Santos?
Alex
Wait.
Ronquillo,
Yes.
and Alex Reyes,
Yes.
and AJ Rollis. Is that who's
There's
left?
5 people
There's
left?
also
Amanda.
Johnny. I haven't seen Johnny Santos been taken.
And Amanda. in the
Amanda
front.
Baruch.
Take your 3. I'll take the other 3. There.
Okay. I will take George Rodriguez. I will take Miguel Gonzalez. And I'll take Amanda Baruch.
Okay.
And you get the rest.
I'll take the other 3. Okay.
AJ Rollis, Alex Reyes, and Alex Ronquillo. I believe are your last 3.
And I also think Johnny Santos hasn't been taken. So
Yeah,
Johnny
Santos has not been taken.
Oh, no, Johnny. Kike Hernandez type player.
Yeah,
Ooh.
how'd you guys miss that?
I totally missed that. What
Ready?
page is that
Here we
on?
go. Here we go.
Page
Ready?
2.
This goes down to Johnny Santos. Ready? DeMarco, you and me.
Rocco, they're doing.
Oh,
Ready?
Wait,
This-
hold on. Hold
Johnny
on.
Santos is the
You
winner.
went paper last time, right?
I did.
Hold on. I'm good at this. Okay, 1 through 3 shoot. 1, 2, 3 shoot. Ready?
Like boom,
One.
boom, boom.
Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah.
Bam!
Oh, he got him again.
Boom!
Two
He
in a
went
row.
rock. He went
won
rock.
rock. All
Like a rock.
DeMarco gets Johnny Santos. There we go.
That
There's
is our listener
roster.
draft, Friday, July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. The Listener Game, our second annual, presented by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, is part of All-Star Friday Night. Of course, thanks to Rotolo Chevrolet for making the whole thing possible. It's free to come on out and enjoy the day. We'll be broadcasting live all day long. And then, of course, we've got the Listener Game during the day. We've got the tee-up thing, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. And the following day,
See,
you and I will be playing a little golf with your
Yes.
brother Mario.
Well, you'll be playing. I'll be
Ireland's got
watching.
some skin in the
Yes.
game.
Oh, the
Morales
Legends
has
launched.
got
The
some
Legends
Legends launch.
Yeah.
Morales has got some skin in the game, and we'll see who else wants to get in that as well.
I made the right bet since your brother is too scared to come on the
I
air.
don't think he. No.
So Mario,
I don't think he's.
Mario
I don't think he's
Farr
afraid.
is a
I don't think
scaredy
he's afraid.
cat.
You
He's
think
a
my brother's
pansy.
scared?
Yeah.
You really think my brother is scared of
He
anything?
couldn't make it on your
My
show.
brother
come on, man.
How many
is
brothers does he
afraid.
have with a radio show?
I'm laughing. You think my brother's afraid of anything? Are you crazy?
No, he's afraid of Travis.
Oh my! Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not.
He knows Travis has got a big
That's not
9-iron and a big shaft.
You know what's not? He's not
I
even
don't know.
laughing. Yeah, that's
It's a strong shaft.
Yeah, it's not that great.
No.
the NBA draft, free agency, the offseason, every moment put the purple and gold on the biggest offseason in history. We have your dose of what's next for the Lakers, thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the LA Lakers. What do we got next? The Big Dumper is coming up next.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
The biggest show on the radio.
First of all, the buses did not have the money that Mark Walter has. Mark Walter is jumping about 10 levels.
He's worth $6 billion.
Yeah, the buses' money was all tied up within the Lakers. This influx of capital, we're not talking about players. Players do operate under a salary cap.
Yep.
We're talking about everything else. The rest of the league is reacting to this news.
They should be terrified.
They are.
Yeah.
Because now they realize the Lakers are a have when they've been a have-not.
Yep.
It's money to upgrade your facilities and your broadcast deals and your scouting department. Instead of having Rob run the whole department, the whole front office by himself, I would imagine eventually we're going to have like the Council of Elders.
Smartest guys in the room.
That the Dodgers have.
Mason and Ireland, coming up today at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
10 before noon on a live Imaging Tuesday, the Travis DeMarco Show. Mason in Ireland is coming up next with Trudell in for a vacationing Mace.
True. Are we officially calling it the Big Dumper now, Em? Is that
The
something?
Big
I think
Dumper.
as long as Cal Raleigh is
great
on
name.
his amazing run, we're going to call the dump the Big Dumper.
The Big Dumper.
I want to start with a Cal Raleigh dump item, the Big Dumper in the dump. He had another home run last night. He's got 32. He's on a pace, and he's on a heater right now, so take that for what it's worth.
A heater on the Big Dumper.
He's on a pace to have 40 by the All-Star break.
So the
okay,
best,
which is
yeah,
nuts.
The best switch hitter of all time, or the
No. Mickey Mantle was a switch hitter. Eddie Murray was a switch hitter. Chipper Jones was a switch hitter.
Okay.
He's having a good season
for a switch hitter, or for a catcher that's a switch hitter.
For anybody, he's having a great season. Full stop. He just happens to be a switch hitter. Do we care about a home run race anymore? Because we'll see. He's got a long way to go. But let's say we get into August and he's in the high 40s. Or we get into September and he's in the mid to late 50s. Do we care about this? Or
I do.
Is it over?
And it's more than because we do sports for a living. I mean, I care if somebody's having a great year. I want to see where it ends. But I don't
we won't care like we did with McGuire and Sosa.
I don't start getting interested until you get like 60.
Yeah.
That's when it's starting to get serious. This is different now. We've been in the 50s a lot.
So the number is 72. You have to get into the 70s before we pay attention? Because nobody's getting to the 70s.
I think if you cross 62, you get within 10 with enough distance, then everybody pays attention.
But if it's 62 with a week to go in the season, we're just like, yeah, whatever.
Footnote, kind of.
Yeah.
Great season. You'll know his name.
He's having a great year.
Yeah.
The big dumper. Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton said he did not regret playing through the calf strain that led to him injuring his Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Quote, I'd do it again and again after that to fight for this city and my brothers for the chance to do something special.
See, this is crazy. And when I hear people saying that the smart thing, you should have rested him, how in the hell do you tell him not to play?
I agree with you.
He's going to go until the wheels come off. And that's exactly what happened. That's what they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, This argument that you shut him down in the finals when he's worked his entire life to get to this moment.
Bingo.
Zero guarantees he ever gets back. I mean,
I'm not giving that up either.
Hell no.
Nope.
Even what if you knew? What if you knew that if you play in this game, let's just say it's a 50-50 shot this thing goes. Do you do it?
Of course I do.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
You can up the odds. 70-30, 90-10, I'm still doing it.
I think so too.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it goes at the end. Maybe I put my team, or they just need to get a bucket. Now, that went as early as it did was, I think, part of the reason that we're talking about it the way we are, because the game kind of ended at that point.
Yeah.
I know they had the lead at the half, but it never felt like they were going to win that game.
They could have won a championship.
Yeah, for sure.
You're never going to be this close again, probably.
A couple of movies came out on this day. Let's go back to 1987, and they just announced that there's going to be a sequel to this movie, the first sequel to this movie. 1987, Spaceballs came out. Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman, I believe, was Lone Star in that.
Oh, my gosh.
Daphne Zuniga played Vespa, Princess Vespa. John Candy was
She was
Barf.
awfully spicy in the Melrose
They're
Place.
coming
90s.
out with a Spaceballs 2.
Yeah. Yes.
Will it be unflinching? Will it be more of the same? Will it be more Mel Brooks? Can you get away with that stuff now?
Mel Brooks might be able to.
You think so?
Mel
Can you
Brooks
tell the
is-
same jokes?
First of all, Mel Brooks is still alive.
I know.
That's amazing.
There's
Yeah.
something that I did not know until this was coming out. But they're coming out with the new Naked Gun movie. Did you see the trailer for that?
Yes, I have.
And?
Well, they're remaking it, not right?
Well, it's a new story. It's a new story, but he's Drebin's kid.
He's Drebin's kid. So it's it's just a continuation of the
Liam
plot.
It is.
Yeah.
I may be interested to see if he can do it.
Did you see the trailer, Chris?
Yeah, the
What did
OJ
you
part
think?
made me laugh. That was so Stephanie showed me that because of the OJ thing.
There was in the trailer where he needs to use the bathroom and he goes into the Starbucks and starts shooting his gun to clear the line.
Here's the thing.
my God.
When I saw
That was
the
funny.
when I saw the trailer, I went, "It's fine.
Yeah.
It's something that you'll watch, and it's not. I might not go to the theater, but I'll stream it. It's fine."
You got to take those Spaceballs 2, Naked Gun,
Right.
and do something a little different. Like, for instance, Anchorman 2. I love Anchorman. Anchorman 2 is the same movie.
Yeah.
It's this like you can't just do the same movie with more the Dumb and Dumberer when they
Right.
got Jim
Yeah.
Carrey. It's the same
Dumb and
movie.
Dumber 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
the
know.
same movie all over again. So hopefully they come up with something a little bit different. In 1994, The Lion King was released.
Really?
A young 10-year-old Christopher Morales loved The Lion King.
Me too. Loved it.
I ran around the house saying, "I can't just wait to be king," or "I just can't wait to be king."
Wow.
I would love to lift Trudell up like Simba
Yeah? Like
at
this?
Mandy's 4.
There you go.
I lift
Put
Trudell
the
up
little
over
red
the stage.
thing on his forehead.
And
How much? You think I could lift Trudell up?
No.
Not like Simba. I couldn't
No.
put him in my arms.
I don't think you can
But
lift him.
we could
Don't
nudge
try.
at the Mandy's.
Don't try.
Solid. Yes.
And then you and I look into our eyes, DeMarco, as "Can you feel the love tonight?"
I did at a zoo in Portland. Same
What did you
thing.
just say?
I saw something at a zoo. We went
Oh.
to the condor exhibit, and they were feeding the condors, and they were feeding it a baby goat.
Oh,
Right.
Condors or carnivores?
It was.
Who knew?
It was the wildest thing ever to watch this thing eat or feed, and it was right next to a petting zoo.
Is that like a Russian national
I
anthem?
kid you not.
Oh,
and
when he's lifting.
the kids.
So you didn't have to haul the meat very far? Is that the purpose of
I
this?
have no idea, but the same goat that was in there was over here, right? So what one of the parents said was circle of life. And it just kind of took the edge off because for a minute it was weird.
It is. Well, it's
Yeah.
always one of those things like when you see one animal eating another, you're like, that's
Circle
nature.
of life,
So
right.
they're not doing it to be mean. They're doing it to eat.
That's it right there.
Today in 1997, Randy Johnson struck out an AL record 19 batters. A's first baseman at the time, Mark McGwire, hit a 538-foot home run in that game.
He slung that thing, and McGuire turned on it, and it was gone.
He was clean. Don't worry about it.
Was
question.
anybody?
So you're never going to see a 300-game winner.
No.
Will you see a guy get 19 strikeouts,
Yes.
20 strikeouts in a
Yes.
game? You'll see that.
Yeah, I think
the
you will.
one-game stuff.
Where it gets a little challenging, there's only 27 outs in a game. Guys don't pitch super deep into games, but what you could see is 19 of the first 21 outs and 7 innings being strikeouts. That could happen.
That will be the new thing, right?
Yeah.
When you get up there, yes.
The strikeout numbers and the home run numbers will continue to go up because that's all anybody tries to do. But the total numbers, like the counting numbers of over a career, like Kershaw's going to get 3,000. He's the last guy that's ever going to do that.
Apparently at
The distance
11:57, we're going to push
Hey!
crosstalk here for just a second because Mario Farr, DeMarco's brother, actually had the guts to call in
They
now.
said he's scared. Rio, they tried to tell me you're afraid. You're scared to call in. Are you there?
Never afraid.
Mario meet Travis. Travis meet Mario. You guys are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, he's told me a lot about you, Mario. I've seen your golf clubs, and I think without having you and I ever spoken to one another, having ever met one another, I feel like I know you a little bit based on your golf bag. Do you feel the same way?
No.
No?
Oh. Do not.
So you have no idea what you're getting yourself into?
Well, hey, there are several things I could say. I'm not sure I could say over the radio, but all it comes down to, there are two things I like to add to it. Sometimes it's not the arrow, but the one that's shooting the arrow. And
Sure.
number two, never judge anybody by a bag. You have to play them first.
So Mario, this
Mario,
this is Chris Morales. I bet $50 on Travis. He has the same hello as DeMarco. I bet $50 on Travis because I played with Travis, and I'm a golfer. I'm not as good as Travis, but I think Travis has got you. But here's how you can throw me. What do you have? Do you know what the outfit is going to be for this event? Do you already have the outfit picked?
The outfit?
Yeah, what you're going to wear.
Of course.
So describe it to me.
We'll go with some traditional John F. Kennedy Eagle colors.
Okay.
From school, since that seems to be significant for all to see.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll do that. Red,
Pants or
white,
shorts?
all the way.
Pants or shorts, Mario?
I do wear pants.
Nice.
When I'm at the more higher.
So I respect that, Mario. I'm a pants guy on the
Shorts are
course.
bad?
Well, shorts aren't as
shorts.
respect. They're not as respectful to the game.
I'm wearing shorts.
However, I just spent about $200 having my shorts shortened so they can meet the requirements for PGA golf in live.
Well, Mario, I'm going to say this. That is impressive because there's no way Travis is spending $200 on anything he wears.
Not a chance.
Well, this is for about 7 pairs. So,
okay.
yeah.
But still, he still ain't paying that
Well,
money.
no, I might get 7 pair for 200. That sounds like a bargain.
What color is your glove, Mario?
What color is my who?
Your glove. Your golf glove. Is it white or are you going exotic?
I'm white.
Okay.
I'm traditional.
Okay.
Old school.
The smooth Corinthian leather. That's nice. I like it.
Yeah,
So when we go out there to do
brand
this, when we go out there to do this match, Mario, are we gonna show up on the first tee grinding this out? Are you gonna have a cold beer in your hand? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, there are several ways to do this. We can go one-to-one matchup like they do on television, PGA style, or we can have some fun and say every bad shot you got to take a shot of Johnny Walker Black.
Oh, wait a minute. You might be able to get Travis on that. I don't know if he can handle black.
What is the definition of a bad shot? I guess would be my next question.
Okay. Or we can narrow it down to for every bogey, then you take a shot.
Oh, that's nice. I like
that fair?
Trav. If you're gonna have to drink like that on this round, I would go bogey.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a huge Scotch guy. Can I pick my poison?
You can pick your poison. Sure.
Right. There you go. Are you connecting?
Oh,
See what I mean?
But,
yes.
But we have to make sure that we all have fun, and we have to make sure that we have a clear winner, which is what we're trying to do, because there's money on the line.
Yeah. So are we just?
So who did you bet $50 to? My brother?
No, I bet $50 on Travis to beat you, but this was before we spoke. And now you've got me on a few things where I feel a little bit more confident with you. I'm still going to lay my money on Travis because I've played golf and I've seen him destroy John Ireland on the course. So I'm still going to ride my money on Travis, but I think you're going to keep it. I thought Travis was going to smoke you by hole 14, and now Mario, I think it could be. We're getting to 18, and this is the match.
This is going to be good.
So I'm a little bit more confident based on how you're speaking on this confidence. You got a lot of confidence on you, and the outfit. Yeah. The outfit, Travis, impressed me. He was ready.
It's a good outfit.
So, but I'm still riding with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm still riding with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine too. Would you like to bet me?
Oh, you want me to bet you?
I told you.
I will then put my action with DeMarco, your brother, is $50. I'll bet you another $50 straight up. So you guys
go. I like that too.
Okay. So
Mario,
now I got $100 on the line.
Mario, we're playing this straight up match play, correct?
Straight up match play. Now, the question I want to ask is, are we playing from the tips? We going from blues, black, white?
Whatever you want.
Because I don't give strokes.
No, I don't need them.
Well, sir, I had three strokes earlier this year. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're good. We can play wherever you want, Mario.
Don't go tips. That's a
all good.
long course for tips.
Yeah.
So maybe go like the blues. That's fine.
So there's a line from True Grit that I always love. I love bold talk. Now, I don't think you're fat, but...
Hey, Travis, I got $100 now on this thing.
Let's go. See, I knew you'd get along. See, Travis is giving me the look. I hear Mario coming out. I can't wait for this match.
How often do you play, Mario? Like in a given month, you play 2 times, 3 times, 5 times? What is it?
Depends on what month it is. I work. But on the weekends, I love to play. I'll play 2 days straight. Just got back from a 4-day tournament in South Carolina. So I am ready to go. That was my highlight for the year, but this will be my second.
Now, what was your best round in South Carolina, score-wise?
Oh.
What was your score?
Oh, now, that is very funny. So I will say that I did shoot a 87.
Okay.
On a peak dye course that was very short because we had to play from the whites, which totally discombobulated me, and we're playing on Bermuda.
That's legit.
So
Did you say double
if you
down?
ever played the peak dye course,
This is
we had the
freaking
kids behind mountains. There's a lot of landscape. There's a lot of drainage, a lot of things you need to know in South Carolina about how to play this course. And this is my first time playing, and no one tells you about it.
Listen, here's the thing, Mario. I appreciate the honesty because you said 87. That makes me you're confident in what you can do. But Travis in the studio here said under his breath he didn't think you heard it.
He said double down.
He said double down.
He said double down.
So now he's got fighting
He's
words.
putting it out there, Mario.
But I still have money on him, so I like it. But we're looking forward to this. When is this officially happening?
July 12th.
July 12th.
Yes.
Pechanga.
Okay, at Pechanga. Mario, we look forward to seeing you in action. Mario Farr versus Travis Rodgers. We will never look back after this. Thank you for joining us, Mario.
Bring it to me, Balboa.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. And here's what he did that I think is really smart and made my radar go up a little bit. First of all, he could be lying about the 87.
He could be.
I don't think he is.
You think he's sandbagging you?
It's up to you guys. I have no idea.
Here's what he did that good golfers do, and people that are good, more importantly, that are good at gambling at golf. He never really answered any of the questions with real answers.
Did you hear that?
I heard.
Okay,
of course, I heard.
that's why I just sat here.
DeMarco, I do that. Those are my moves.
That's why I just sat here.
But DeMarco didn't see you nudge me.
That's why I just sat here.
DeMarco missed it. Now do it again.
Why is this a thing?
Because it is a thing.
Okay, go ahead.
By the way, also,
God
Trudell, when
bless
we
him.
come back for Super Crosstalk, we got to get Travis is buying a new suit, which this doesn't happen often. And you're a man who can rock a tan suit. You do it often on television. So let's talk about that next during Super Crosstalk.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, and you should double down. All of you, get in on this.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Flip-flops on. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Summer Bash. Live entertainment, carnival food, and freebies all weekend long.
Number 2.
Mosen's Happy Hour, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. and Friday, noon to 5 p.m.
And the number 1 reason.
The $50,000 giveaway. 16 table gamers get $2,500 in promo chips, 6 to 9 p.m. And one winner gets 10 grand cash at 10 p.m. the 29th.
Morongo. Good times.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
4th of July savings start now at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new Hyundai Elantra SCL Sport for just $219 a month for 36 months with only $34.99 due at signing. Drive with confidence backed by America's best warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles, and Hyundai's exclusive owner assurance program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or schedule your test drive now at CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. With SU 94 4151, $34.99 due at signing plus tax. License $85 doc fee and registration. No security deposit. 10,000 miles per year. Offer expires 7/7/2025.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Soper Crosstalk.
Whoa. Mace is out. Trudell is in. Ireland is here as well. And I want to get your thoughts on the golf here in 1 second, John.
Okay.
Put a pin in that for a minute, though. Chris brought this up with you, Trudell, and John, you wear a lot of suits to Laker games as well. I'm going suit shopping today.
Yeah. I heard this whole thing.
Yes, and I'm trying to figure.
I have many thoughts.
Okay, go, because I have a black suit.
I didn't hear it, so
I have a black suit and a gray suit.
Yep.
Neither one of them fit me particularly well right now, so I'm buying a new suit that will fit me more appropriately for how I am built at the moment. But I want something a little bit out of my comfort zone that's not a black or a gray suit. That's what I'm looking for.
You have to have a blue suit in your arsenal.
Okay.
So you should get a navy blue suit and then go crazy with, if you want to dress it up, you could go crazy with the shirts and or the ties. But you need to have a basic navy blue suit.
Navy blue, just straight up navy blue.
Sound advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there is. And you can put a subtle pattern in it if you want. But
Okay.
I have a blue suit that has very light blue pinstripes. So
Okay.
it's a navy suit with light blue pinstripes. That would work for you. But you need a blue suit because it opens up a whole bunch of possibilities for other stuff.
Trudell.
I'm going to go the other way on this one. So, like, when I started working and had to get suits, and this was, 2006 in Minnesota, nobody wore anything other than black and gray. Maybe a navy would get pulled in. It's very basic. Things have totally flipped now where you got guys wearing pink suits, white suits. Like, it almost doesn't matter, especially in California. So in California, and thinking of your complexion, I'm going to start where you started. I think tan is the way to go. It's versatile enough, but also different enough. The color scheme, your hair, like it's going to pull some of that out a little more. The tan, and you can wear it a little bit more casual at times, or you can dress it up. Like dress it up, you just wear like a black tie with black shoes, or if you want it, you can wear sneakers with just a white shirt and no tie, and have it be a little bit more casual. So you could wear that to like some kind of a function or a nice night out with your wife.
I've got a wedding on Saturday. That's the impetus of this entire thing.
I think you're great to wear that to a wedding, but just make it more simple than with the tie and the pocket square combo. So that's what I would
here's
do.
the problem with the tan suit, and I have two of them. I have a basic tan suit and I have a tan, but they're seasonal. So you can't wear them in the winter.
They used to be seasonal, but again, now I'll sometimes break my tan suit out in January.
The rules don't apply anymore.
It's gotten much more loose. Now, John isn't wrong. Blue is definitely the more kind of, you can wear that to anything at any time.
but I think the tan's going to look better, and I do think now in 2025 you can wear it more
I can't
often.
wait to see what you do.
Okay, so you just heard DeMarco's brother Mario come on with us talking about our impending round of golf that we have coming up in less than a month.
Yeah.
You, John, were very bullish on my chances yesterday. Less so now?
Yeah. Because of two things he said. I don't give strokes, so that means he gambles a lot. And I think you noticed this. He never really answered anything you asked him.
No.
I think you're being hustled. I no longer think that you are a lock, but I will honor the bet I made with you, DeMarco.
Yes.
$50. I have Travis straight up against Mario.
Let me ask you a
but
question.
I think Mario is not telling you everything.
Do you
agree
believe-
with that?
No. He very clearly was not willing to give a straight answer to any of the questions. That is a tell in and of itself.
Can I ask a background question here? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Is this his personality? Is he always? Is he like this
That's
in
a
general?
golf thing.
That's
That's
just golf.
them. They know.
I've never met Mario until this.
No, I'm
moment.
saying like as a person. Does
We
he
grew
keep
up
his...
in the same house. I don't know how he became this golf crazy. I have no
Okay.
idea what he's talking
No,
about.
but I'm saying if you're in an argument though, like or
Oh,
just anything.
normally
is he kinda...
he's very direct.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Oh, that's what I want to know.
Golfers that do not answer questions directly are usually much better because guys that are not good at golf will lie in the other direction.
Right.
They will pretend to be better than they actually are. They will lie about their handicap in the wrong direction. They will talk about scores that they shot that they've never shot. I shot a 78 last weekend when they've never broken 90. Guys that are giving you higher
Sounds like
numbers
losers.
and don't answer the questions directly are real players. And that's the vibe that he was giving
Yep.
off. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that 87 number he put out there?
No.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching you through the whole
Yeah.
thing, and you
Yeah.
didn't move at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neither
you're ready
did
for
I.
this. This
what
is
are
good.
the stakes though for Mario? Like, is he
money?
How
Yeah.
much money though?
So far it's like $200.
150, I believe.
150. I thought he was in twice, and
He's
then won.
in twice for 50. Oh no, and then he doubled down with
And then-
Mario. You're
and
right.
with Mario,
You're
right.
right. You're right.
So I kinda conflated
200.
the two. Yeah,
Okay,
200.
so let's say he's slow playing it,
Mhm.
and he comes out and he beats you, and he takes that money.
Mhm.
So but that's essentially the only time that he can pull that bluff against you.
This group.
With it,
Yeah.
right? With it
Yeah.
against you though.
Yeah.
So then the next time he would say, okay, same stakes, but if he's that much better, then he would give you a stroke.
Well,
or
I'll use
whatever.
John and I as an example.
Yeah.
The first time we played, it was one number. The second time we played, it was a different number. The third time you play, it's a different
Yeah,
number.
you never know.
It's
Okay.
fluid. It continues to move.
This is fun.
Like if he comes out there and cleans my clock, beats me by 10 shots, then the next time we're adjusting off of those numbers.
And then you get a couple strokes if that happens, or
he won't play.
Or he won't play.
Yeah, or he'll
Right.
say, I don't give strokes. I'm not
Yes.
doing that. And
Okay.
you can get me once, but you're not going to get me twice before we hit a ball.
I'm just in it for the competition. I love this side of Travis coming out. See that look right there? And I love hearing Mario talk like that.
Well,
I'm in it for that only.
Here's what
The
I can
money
tell
is
you.
Secondary.
There's a chance I can lose. There is no chance I get demolished.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah. I could lose, but I'm not. He's not going to walk me up and down the course. Probably.
Probably.
We'll
find out.
That's Supercross Talk. We'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome.
We told you it was going to be the biggest offseason in Lakers history.